That was
Ben,
me.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Godblad Games. Leon is taking the first evening in the production chair, so
bad.
he's experiencing all the joy of first-time nerves and first-time panic and
Cthulhu.
first-time everything, but has done a bang-up job of getting all the windows lined up better than I did when I tried it. So, well done, Leon. Thank you for hosting for us this evening. We're Godblad Games, and we're here with a little bit of Alien, What Lies Beneath, Episode 2. Dun, dun, dun. What happened last week, Alden? What happened last week?
Our intrepid heroes were sent on an exciting adventure to a water world where no life was bigger than a tiny, tiny algae, or so they were told. No, it's all fine. They have subsequently got a boat to a train in the middle of an ocean, and they've discovered some disquieting bloodstains that they're ignoring. A man in cryosleep who apparently had stomach pains, which they're ignoring. And they are moving on into the train, which also has broken windows and is sinking, which they're ignoring. Everything is fine.
Exactly. We're professional. We are competent.
We're a family, apparently.
Yeah, we're a family. Yes.
We're a family, and families stick together. We have great survival instincts, and we survive better in packs. Whatever sort of corporate sabotage is going on down here.
We're being hosted in Italy as well, so we're being rebroadcast.
Ooh, holy
this is
shit.
a truly international game. We've got people from
shit.
some of the most exotic places in the world, like Scotland.
Did someone rebroadcast the start of that stream? Which is just me having a breakdown. I thought you guys were still talking because it was coming through on my Twitch stream, but then going back out, so it was just on a loop. I thought you guys were getting louder and louder.
So when last we met our intrepid bunch of adventuring heroes, they had docked at Science Station 3.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Made their way through the dry lock, gone through the marine biology lab, the biochemistry and medical lab, habitation 1 and 2 for the scientists, and had when we left them, they were at the end of habitation 2 with the wind blowing in through the door at the end of the corridor. Those heroes being, who are you and what are you playing?
It's almost like my summary wasn't good enough.
Your summary was fine. You did the like gross plot, and then we sort of zoomed in.
I'm still hurt.
So Alden, who are you and what are you playing?
Hello, I'm kindly Uncle Baz, and I'll be playing a roughneck, the roughy, tufty, driller, rigger type who does the real work and tries to get everyone out alive. And by everyone, I mean everyone other than Mallory.
Nye, what you doing?
That's coming off your paycheck.
Hello there. I am Dr. Somber. I am the scientist. I'm the one that does all the sciencing and things. And,
does Dr. Somber have a first
here.
name, or is it Doctor?
It's that's he's never felt comfortable telling everyone. Baz knows what his first name is though, and it's like
Professor.
It's one of those embarrassing first names. Yeah, Dr. Professor Somber.
We got Pat. Pat's from Diesel Shop. Pat, what have you got for us?
Why, yes, I am. So I'm playing Mallory Hartpence, a stunningly compassionate corporate agent who truly cares about the work conditions of her family, or under employees and underlings, basically. And we're in this to survive, to bond as a team, and to retrieve that data that we're not going to let anybody else see except for me, because it's important data. Can't let the peons.
Yeah, and Pat, if you take a look in Roll20, you should see that you have access to the crew manifest for Science Station 3 as well, which the others don't, because you have your pad with all of your little data on. A Burke by any other name.
I resent that remark, as well as resemble it.
We've got Tally. Hello.
Yeah. I'm Nicole Barrett. I'm a colonial marine. I'm the one here who has the best chances of not dying, I guess, since I have
He
the big
has a
gun.
gun.
Yeah, which is both a very good way to not die, make sure the others do not die, and possibly negotiate, depending on how
You were
things
right
go.
about one thing, Master. Negotiations were short.
Yes.
God. Oh, Lord.
And we've got Leon,
Hello, I'm
multi-talented Swiss Army knife of a person that he is.
Yeah, right. I'm playing Caleb Hiller, the pilot. I am super cool, so nothing like my real life self, as you've all seen tonight. So
it was all right. Don't worry about it.
my character's pretty bored, kind of freaked out, but haven't been able to drive anything or fly anything or boat anything in a while, and we're just going through on our legs, which is pretty dull and slow, but getting pretty freaked out at all the blood that we've seen.
It's been like
everywhere.
minutes since you last drove a thing.
Yeah, I feel kind of out of my depth. Like if I can't drive away from a thing or fly away from a thing, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do.
So yeah, you'd been exploring Science Station 3, more colloquially known as Ridley's rowboat, and you had made it as far as Habitation 2, which is a place where some of the other scientists had their quarters, and one of them was Dr. Hargreaves, and she had a picture of her with Dr. Somber on holiday together.
Shit,
Yeah.
Which raised
This
some
lady-
questions.
It did. But I answered them. Yeah, we're doing a relationship, and I have a personal stake in all this. But I kind of assumed, Mal was aware of that on some level,
Probably.
which, come to think of it, makes it somehow worse. But okay.
Aren't I caring?
Oh yeah.
It's only worse.
I'm worried because it's.
Oh, I lost Nye a bit there.
Yeah,
Oh wait, did I
Yeah,
freeze?
I think we all did.
Oh,
had a bit
okay.
of a
you had a beepy moment.
You fell down a well.
Oh no. Oh well.
Paddle faster.
No,
It's important to value the mental health of our
pedal
employees.
faster. I'm sure.
And so
it's
you were in
better that
Habitation
way.
2, which the walls had been smashed out on. There were bloodstains all over the place, a particularly large one in Dr. Hargreaves' quarters. And there was a sort of whistling sound coming from the far end of the corridor, which, according to the specs for the station, should be the refectory, dining, relaxation, communal area.
All right, then. Come on. We've got to get this data before this damn train sinks. Whoever put a train on an ocean? That's just daft.
Well,
I agree.
there's a lot that you just said, but yes, I agree with you. Let's go get the data.
Thank you, Marilu.
I mean, it wasn't interesting, scientific experiment. Yes. I mean, I'm not panicking. You're panicking. I'm totally calm, but because I've got to mention I have -2 agility because I had a little panic last time, which is fair.
Yeah.
So yes,
You did. Your panic attack
Yeah.
has probably subsided by now.
Oh, that's nice.
You've still got the stress, but you no longer suffer from the penalty.
Excellent.
And so you reach the
Over that.
door out of Science Habitation 2. Printed in that lovely squared off writing on the door, it says refractory, and the door there is poorly fitted in the frame. It looks like it's been hurriedly closed and jammed shut rather than properly closed and cycled. There's a hint of sea air about the place, although that might be from the broken window in Science 2.
Any movement detected on the other side?
On the far side, yes, your
fuck.
movement
Okay.
tracker starts to
Excellent.
bip as you get close to the door, suggesting that there is something moving a very small amount, but there's definitely some kind of movement taking place on the far side of the door.
All right, I need a friendly face along with me in case that's not something we want to shoot. But I'll keep my gun trained
Oh, well,
as we move
I
forward.
volunteer.
No, that's perfect. I'm going to
Yeah.
stay back with the kids. Just make sure they don't do anything daft.
Talking about me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So, Tally, can
We look
you
at each
make
other like,
a
wait a
force
minute.
roll or a strength
Yes.
roll? It's force, isn't it? It is force.
I do not remember.
Oh, but if you want a hand with the door, I can help.
No, because there's a.
It's
no,
not force.
that
That's a
one.
different game.
Yeah,
It's
Star
a
Wars.
strength
because there's-
roll or a stamina roll, whichever is higher.
The problem that I have is that I don't know where stamina is, and also strength is not clickable.
Okay, well,
It's-
next to strength, there should be a thing that says
Oh,
stamina.
stamina is right next to you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
There,
Okay,
I
click
see
the
it.
core attributes. I didn't know
My
that.
assist.
Oh, that is a very bad roll.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what those dice are, but I know that face
That's
huggers are not.
your
That is
Oh.
not a
stress.
good. Oh.
What?
It does, actually, no,
my
it doesn't
gosh.
matter because it's a success. So the two
Oh my
face
God.
huggers don't cause a problem in and of themselves, do they, Pat? If I'm right.
You are correct. Unless it is above, I believe, a 10 that you roll on. Wait, sorry. Let me look at that. Yeah, so they won't stop you unless you roll a 10 when you roll your panic check, which you have to now because you got those two face huggers.
Yes, you do need to make a panic check, and that's up at the top of the character
Panic.
sheet.
I do like that we were just talking about how the panic roll is just the best moment of the game because that's when
And
things
here we go.
actually happen.
Oh, but you keep your cool.
And you're fine.
Yay.
You've got
steel combat.
You've got a
skills,
door
all
that's
that.
badly fitted. You're trying to wrench it open. At the same time, you've got this beeping in the back of your head from your gun-mounted movement sensor. You've got the bloodstains behind you. It's a little bit creepy and oppressive. And you don't have your usual squad behind you, which puts you off a little bit. But you sort of
Maybe
steel
that's
yourself
me.
and
That's better.
pull the door.
Actually, Mallory, you have a gun, right? You have a pistol.
Quickly checks inventory.
Just that gun thing.
I look at her. I look her up and down, and I look her right in the eyes, and I say, "It's possible."
If you do, some support fire would be appreciated.
I have a pistol.
We
Now, define support fire.
well, if this is a saboteur, we do not want them to shoot at us now, don't we?
Of course.
Exactly. Hence, if you can lodge some extra bullets in there, that would be helpful. Just in case,
Right. Yes. I mean, yes. If it comes to violence, I'll engage accordingly.
I'm only asking because you're right behind me. So
I'll
don't
have your
shoot
back.
me either.
Of course.
Oh
So,
my god!
are you
The saboteurs
stepping
shot
into the
Barrett
room?
in the back of the head. Wait, how is that
Such
possible?
a shot.
What?
I have your back. You can
At
trust me.
the back of your head. Yes.
This is going
Wait,
to go
it's
so
all
well.
betrayal? Always has been. So you step into the room and you hear a noise behind the food counter at the far end, like a rustling, rattling sort of sound, like something has just knocked over something behind this sort of food service counter. There's a number of sort of comfortable chairs and tables down at this end, sofas and rest places. Then there's some dining tables in the middle of the room. And then at the far end of the room, you've got this food counter, which has one of those little windows back into the kitchen, which is in the next carriage. And behind the counter at the far end, you heard a rustling, rattling sound, which suddenly goes quiet as you burst into the room.
All right. It's probably just one of those little lizards.
Is anyone here? Is anyone here? If you're here, identify yourself.
What, Uncle Baz?
Yeah, I step in like a moment later. I'm like, what just happened? Very loudly. Is there someone in here?
Stealthy.
A shape darts out of this covered bar area and makes a run towards the door at the back end of the room, just next to where it is. It's quite small, and moving quite quickly.
Does it look human?
Make an
Small.
observation roll. And really
do
don't
an-
screw it up.
Let's do
I-
an observation roll.
Anybody
I
can
s-
make the observation roll.
I want to go back to Uncle Baz's
We're not
comment,
in there.
tiny lizards. This is a new feature. I'll
not
roll
yet.
observation.
I'm not looking.
Oh shit! I start
Oh.
shaking.
Yeah.
Everybody who considers me an ally also goes on the
Yeah.
street.
Anybody in the room take a point of stress
Wait, all
as,
of us.
as Mallory starts twitching.
Oh,
Only if you're in
no.
that carriage.
Not in the room.
Oh wait, no, wait. I don't.
We're
I
not in
can't
the
do
room.
observation. We're not in the room. Never mind them.
It's all right, kids. Just sing a
I
little
actually got
song.
pretty decent
Come on,
So
let's
yeah,
hold
Mallory,
hands.
you start to shake at the thought. Everybody who's supposed to be in here is supposed to be like a human, and that thing's too small.
Could be a hamster.
Did they have a
Nicole,
pet
you do
cat?
recognize it as a human. They do come in small form.
Oh.
It appears to be
right,
a dirty
right.
human child.
Mostly.
Oh right.
Okay.
Never mind.
And
I
he's
was about
scrabbling
shrink ray.
at the door into the kitchen and trying to get through.
Okay. Can I try and grapple her or something like that?
Yes, grapple the small human.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, I thought you were going to shoot him with like an actual hook.
Oh no!
Oh,
like, as in
oh,
grabbing
God.
Oh my
her.
god!
Ben, where does your
Not
mind go?
shooting.
Yes, you can very easily try and grab this child. They are quite scrawny, quite small. Looks to be about 8 years old. Dirty face,
With
short
like a
black
fishing
hair.
hook.
Southeast Asian origin, probably Filipino
Yeah.
originally.
Okay.
Base Filipino.
Right.
And he
All right.
freaks out when you grab him, but then notices that you're
Understandable.
humans.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of grabs hold of you instead of trying to freak out. He just sort of clings onto you and just starts crying straight away.
Oh no.
Help anyone?
That's a human
Baz.
child.
Baz, could you please
hello.
help with this?
Where did you get that?
There's a kid in here. I don't like kids.
Oh.
Why is it always kids?
Was
Kids and
was the
firearms are
ch-
not a very good combination. so if
Okay,
you
all
could,
right. Hello, little one.
Oh,
Come
was
to
there a
Uncle Baz.
child on the red the
On the
thingamabob with
No,
all
no,
the
of course
names?
there's not a child on the registry.
Oh, I don't know. There wasn't supposed to be
children
blood
to colonies.
everywhere.
They just happen.
Well, they
Well-
did say that one of the scientists was pregnant, but this child
Exactly.
was a bit
that is
bigger
true.
than might be expected.
You usually send some kind of information off, like a birth certificate. You've got no word of that. This child was just born, and the company
wait, hold
hasn't
on a
got
sec.
a log of
Hold
them.
on a sec. I'm checking the asset manifest
Wait,
right now.
I'm
we
getting some of them
actually do.
here.
There is are you Eugene? You say, turning to the cat.
He looks at you when you speak, and he sort of nods his head. Uh-huh.
Hello,
Okay, this
Eugene.
is all according to plan. According to the protocol. The
Okay.
manifesto has
Yeah,
has the
I
kid
figured.
registered.
It
All
would be
right.
strange.
Hello, Eugene. How are you?
Are you going to rescue me?
It's
Yeah.
not our job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mallory. Yeah,
Okay. Yes.
That is our job. We're here
Absolutely,
to
yes.
rescue you. Yes.
Yes, we are the
Okay.
rescue party. Is there
Of
anybody
course.
else here? Is it just you? Where is everybody else?
We're also here to rescue Data. Can you
Miss
take
Pamela's
us to?
here, but I don't think she's very well. And the sick man in medical.
Yes, we passed him.
Right.
He was sleeping.
Yes. And
Who
we'll
was the
help him
other
as
person?
well. Yes.
Who was the other person you mentioned?
Miss Pamela,
Miss
she's
Pamela.
the cook and the
Right.
cleaner.
Where is
Right.
she?
But she's not very well. She's in the kitchen.
Okay. Well, let's go. We'll go and see her then.
Where?
Maybe we
Wait,
can help.
We have a map. Wait,
Do
where's
you
the
do you know
kitchen?
who the person who is sick is?
I think it's Dr. Jeff. I don't know. The grown-ups don't let me into medical, so I've stayed here.
Well, that's very
Right.
sensible.
Do you know what's wrong with him? Have they told you what's wrong with him?
Yeah, that's a very
If he's
sensible.
in medical, it's because he's sick.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
right. Well done. Okay.
Yeah,
All
would
right,
they have told
Eugene,
the
you'll
child?
be all
Never
right.
mind, I'm not gonna... Actually, yeah.
If I have a ration bar or anything,
Should
I will
we? Should
feed
someone's?
it to the small dirty creature.
Yeah.
He's got a packet of crisps in each hand, which he's kind of clinging onto,
Ooh,
but he takes the
Where'd you get
ration
those?
as well.
You got any more? I'll swap you.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, crisps, excellent.
Ooh.
What's the?
But can you make a manipulation roll for me, Alden?
Probably
Don't
not.
Please
manipulate
fail.
Food off an 8-year-old.
It's like stealing crisps from an 8-year-old.
It's going to
Babies!
go badly, but yeah, sure.
I'm surprised.
Oh, no, I succeed.
I'm surprised Mallory isn't the
Yeah,
one stealing the
success.
crisps from a
He
kid,
passes
but-
you a bag of crisps and takes the ration bar off you in place of it.
Thank you very much.
You can see that there's like wrappers and stuff stuffed in his pockets.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
It's normal.
The knees on his trousers are worn through. He's kind of covered in dirt and grease.
Well, it looks just like me. That's all right.
Should
I knew
Should
Gas was the right
Oh,
person.
sorry.
Sorry,
Should
go ahead.
we? No, I know it's quite all right. Should we have someone stay with Eugene? I mean, we don't know what kind of ne'er-do-wells are in the train. There's
course.
hazards. I don't think bringing Eugene is safe. But at the
Eugene
same
just
time,
mentioned there was another person here in
Yes.
the cafeteria.
He said there was the cook, the cook and the cleaner.
but she's
and
not well.
She's probably in the
which-
kitchen.
Oh,
Yes.
she's sick.
That's
what sort
okay.
of sick, Eugene? Does she need to go to medical?
She can't go to medical.
Why not?
She's
That's
stuck.
not good.
She's stuck.
Oh, okay. Is she stuck under something? Because we
I-
can help with
I'm
that.
big and strong, and so is Barrett here, so we
He's
could help
stuck
with
under
that.
something, please.
Yeah,
not stuck
she's
to the
she's
wall,
she's
please, not
stuck
to the
in
wall,
she's
please
stuck in
not.
the stuff and stuck to the wall.
Oh, okay.
no.
All right then.
It's
Well,
icing.
we'll just go find out
Oh.
what's happening. Oh, children have such imaginations. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, Eugene, do you want to come
Stuck
with
on the wall,
us
so
while we
something
go
fell.
and get Pamela?
No, I'm not going back in the kitchen.
Okay. Do you want to go stay with Mr. Popsicle?
I'm not allowed in medical.
Oh,
I'll stay behind you.
I can
Oh.
stay here with Eugene.
Okay.
Eugene,
Eugene,
what does
this is Hiller. He boats better than most, and he can tell you all about cars and planes and spaceships and all kinds of things.
The kid just sort of looks at you expectantly.
There you go.
Do you like
bolt?
cars and planes?
Huh?
Any preference?
Can you fly? Can you fly?
Yeah, I can fly. I can fly better than you.
Oh God!
Still so
Lord.
arrogant.
Oh my God!
I'm
Signature
8. I'm
line
not allowed
on
to
an
fly yet.
8-year-old. Boom.
That didn't stop Anakin Skywalker. Get on your shit.
Could I, Eugene? Can I just ask you quickly? What does this stuff look like? If you had to describe it,
Please be water. Please be water. Please be water.
It's mud,
right? Okay.
That's all
Is
right.
it
but it's
Is
like
it-
hard mud,
okay?
and I couldn't break it.
That's okay. That's absolutely fine. The information you've just given is very useful. Okay.
All right. Anyway, come on. We got to go.
Okay. Thank
Check
you.
to see if
Eugene.
Eugene hates sand.
Oh God, no.
It's coarse.
Manipulate
It gets
to the dark
everywhere.
side.
It's lacquer-like and slick and dark. Gets everywhere.
So who's going
Not
into the
sand.
kitchen?
Yeah, I'm going.
The
There's no
kitchen
movement
is
there, right?
a fairly large room, given that it's a kitchen that has
Oh
to
my
feed
goodness,
12
so bad.
people over an extended period. It's got some large walk-in freezers, several surfaces for preparation of food, a large cooker. More disturbingly, stuck to the wall, there's some kind of organic-looking material
Oh.
near the cooker, quite close to where the cooker is, blocking the door to one of the freezers. There's this sort of blackish organic material, and wedged inside it is an Asian woman, and she's sort of leaning forward. Her hair's stuck full of this hardened gunk that looks a little bit like the barnacle stuff that you found in the previous room.
That's what I was thinking.
I was
okay.
about to ask if it looks like anything like we've seen before.
Can
In
I...
front of her, where she's located in the wall, there's this sort of big round balloon-like object that looks partly deflated. It's peeled open around the top,
Sounds good.
like a partially deflated egg shape.
Like an Easter egg that you've taken the top off or something, or it's
Can-
melted a bit and opened up.
Can I go over and check her vitals?
I'm going to stick my face
Yeah,
into the egg.
it
and
really
have a look.
smells. As you enter the kitchen, it stinks in here. There's a mixed smell of sort of rotten meat, but also human waste.
Right.
And
Okay.
there's a sort of hint in the air of decay as well. And as you get close to her, you notice that her chest, which is exposed, is just a bloody ruin.
Okay. So medical check is unnecessary.
A medical check
He's
is
dead.
Oh,
unnecessary at this
well,
stage.
You're right.
No, I could use it to know what killed her.
The flesh wound.
Like
You could, that's
forensics.
true.
Yeah.
How about I check the dead body and you tell us what this thing is that this woman is stuck in?
Yeah, don't forget
Absolutely,
your
okay.
talents, Nye, because one of your scientist talents could come in handy here.
I definitely know where my talents
Because-
are.
Because I can
Oh,
definitely look for what killed someone if it's obviously outside of the body and not
Neither at the time.
like
oh, wait. How are you
illness.
doing? Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, analysis is probably your best one if you want to find out
I d-
information.
Okay, I just saw stoic, and I'm like, wait, how can I use stamina? How can I use my wits instead of strength?
Yeah, if you look
And
at
then
the
if I have
top
analysis
right
and
of your character
breakthrough.
sheet, you've got a couple of talents. I think most of you have got 3.
I didn't know that. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, marvelous.
Right. Oh shit. Oh my God, I've got a lot of stuff I can do. Okay.
Mhm.
Apologies. Okay. I should. Yes, I will do. I'll look at the goo if Barrett is looking at the to see what
cooking
killed
ingredient.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yes,
I'll
that's what it
roll-
must be, right?
I'll roll observation. I'll fail, but it's whatever. Yep.
You didn't
Yep.
fail.
One
I know I didn't
success.
fail.
You got
I
a
know.
success. You
Yeah,
do
but 2.
also have to make a panic roll.
That's absolutely
Because
fine.
This is grim and
Uh,
horrible and a bit
It
smelly.
is, yeah, it's pretty horrific.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised you didn't say that we all go up one stress just seeing her.
Yeah.
Now you
Listen,
can.
I'll be up.
Now that
I'm up.
it's all
I'm
there and
sure.
you've reminded me. I did mean to. I got carried away in my beautiful descriptions.
I always do too. I always do too. I'm
thanks
just
for
helping
you.
you out.
Where's
Thank you for
panic?
this.
The
Panic
I
is
see you need it.
top middle
Oh, yep, I
underneath the
see.
roll
Thank-
buttons.
Thank you. 8. I'm not doing well.
You start to tremble uncontrollably.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've got that back again.
yeah. It's good to know.
You're at
-2
minus
agility.
2 on
Yeah.
your agility rolls.
That didn't last long. That break.
No,
did
you've
it?
got the shakes from looking at this. But with your success, you can
Yes.
see that this egg, if an egg is what it is, has hatched and something has come out of it.
Right. Okay. I will wait until Barrett has done her check of the body.
The pilots
Alright.
carrying in the next carriage with Eugene also add stress for the doctor.
No, you
panicking.
don't, because you're not there
Well, no,
Oh.
Eugene.
and you haven't seen it.
Eugene turns to you and goes, "I see dead people," and you're like, "Oh, okay."
They mostly
Is
come
that
at night,
kid-
mostly.
Yeah,
I think that kid is just a sort of mashup of movies.
yeah. And, yeah.
basically.
Anakin Skywalker, Sixth Sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, Newt. Okay, I will relay this to the group. I believe that this is the egg of some kind of creature, likely, likely a creature that they have been bioengineering here. I have not seen any type of. Hello, yeah, Mal. I know I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
creature. I'm a bit concerned how quickly you grabbed your sidearm. Like I said, cruh, and then you immediately had it out.
I looked in the other room. Are you not seeing what I'm seeing?
I am
clearly some sort of.
I am standing right here. That is, I completely agree with you. It's scary. I hadn't even finished my sentence, and you were just like gun. But that's okay. That's justified. Okay. So if my assumption is
You have
correct,
the right to self-defense.
you absolutely do. I apologize for questioning you.
Thank you.
If I am making my estimate correct, this is clearly an organism that they have somehow bioengineered on the ship, and God forbid, but I can only assume that this poor woman was used in its incubation. Ben, would you say that's a pretty reasonable? That's not a jump in logic.
It's not a huge jump in logic. No, it's
Yeah.
either that or as a
She's
food
related
source.
in
She
some.
could
Yeah.
be. She could have been a food source for it.
Yeah, food or heat would be the two that I would have gone with.
Yeah, I mean, like, I see what you're saying, but this could just be some sort of new industrial cock that she's stuck up on the wall with, and this could all be some sort of elaborate bionational scheme.
That is entirely possible, but
there was
this,
some sort of
I'm not touching it. I'm just pointing to it. This stuff is organic, or about as close as I can deal with as organic.
Yeah, it looks like it's secreted from something.
This was made by what came out the egg. And as far as I can tell, humans don't jump out of eggs. So my assertion would be that regardless of who made it, somebody has made something, and this something is now loose. Now, I don't know if it's alive or dead. I would assume it needs to be feeding on something because, you know, newborns are quite hungry.
So something the size of that egg is out.
Theoretically.
So you know what size to look for?
I mean...
for it to fit in the egg, it would be probably about the size of a small dog.
Yes, no, but
I'm sorry to interrupt you, sciencey folk, but so was it in the egg or was it in the lady?
It was in the egg, and the lady is attached in some way. I'd have to like do a complete autopsy to see to what extent. Either it was using her as a form of heat, or it was using her as a form of food, like a yolk in an egg.
Oh, I see. All right. Then.
Yes. So when it's developing in the egg, it needs an internal food source, which is usually a yolk.
Right.
But
okay. That makes sense.
It seems it turned an external person into an internal food source, theoretically, or it just used them as heat. Long story short, I can't. Wait, how long has the station been out for? A couple of weeks?
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Well, last scheduled contact was meant to be 3 weeks, but they may have been out of mission for longer than that.
Okay.
I can't say for certain. If it was, you know, I mean, like normal vertebrate organisms don't grow very big in 3 weeks.
But chickens, they grow quite big.
Well, yes, but it's relative to size because a chicken doesn't get that big. I don't know how big. This is something that starts the size of a small dog. Like I can't.
Leon, can you make an observation roll?
Yes.
For Mr. Hiller.
I will say I have no problem shooting small dogs, so that's okay.
Wonderful. I'm so happy that you're part of my family.
As considering that it used a human as it's incubating, I think that's quite a valid answer. Yes, and probably shoot whoever encouraged it.
So Hiller's not an expert on.
Let's shoot the thing that you're
oceanography,
hypothetically stating.
but Hiller has seen radar and telemetry readings before. And so you recognize that one of the sheets of paper that's rolled out on a table and sort of held in place with some coffee cups, one corner's rolled in. But you can see what looks like a radar image of a set of squared and curved structures on one of the tables.
Oh, good.
Where in curved structure?
I actually
Let's
thought
go
you were
and
going to
look
say
over at that. Does it look like it's like a depth reading? Like this?
It does look like a depth reading, yes. I mean, you're more used to seeing them as like elevation.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the inverse of what you'd be used to seeing.
Mhm.
But instead of having elevation, it's got negative elevation. So it's not difficult for you to realize that that means depth. And according to what you're looking at, there appears to be some form of regular structure at depth.
Okay. Oh, there's no other markings on it. It doesn't say like secret underwater base.
It does not say
Okay.
secret underwater base, no.
That's a shame. How rude of them.
Okay,
I actually-
Eugene, do you always stay in this bit of the station? Do you ever go to? Have you ever been underwater?
My dad took me diving. No, my dad didn't. My mum took me
Aw.
diving.
Oh, so sweet.
So
And,
sort of
and that was
dismissive.
cool. But it's just the scientists that go all the way down.
Okay.
They go to the tent sometimes, but not all of them.
The tent.
Yeah, they have a tent on the bottom of the water. It's mostly Dr. Jeff who goes down there. He's the one in the fridge.
Right. Glance at the fridge. Mallory,
Yeah. Yes.
can you come here a minute, please?
Of course. Of course. I mosey on forward, and I'm assuming I immediately see what he's looking at, and I'm
Pointing at the
immediately
table.
horrified.
So I'm like, Mallory, Eugene. He's like, no, pointing at the table.
Yeah, I mean,
Mallory,
you see it.
I think there's they've built something underneath the base. Well, I don't know if it's directly under the base.
Huh?
I think it's something.
No, that's not the tent. That's much bigger than the tent. The tent's little. It's only got some small labs in it.
They're not zoned for that. They can't be building underwater.
Ancient cultural monument. What are you doing?
I mean,
We
maybe.
don't
Dr.
Maybe
Shot
it's
said
there.
he'd take me down to the tent when I was bigger, but I'm not old enough yet for being rated for that depth.
Oh God.
That's sensible.
Okay.
Those sound like totally technical terms. Goodness. This write out. Does this look like it could hypothetically be something related to something that I may or may not know of?
The other thing,
Or does it look
no, it
totally
doesn't.
strange?
According to the other
That's
thing,
not good.
that should not be a thing.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
really not good.
Wow.
The person with the secrets is going, I have no idea what
This
this
is not the secret I
Does it-
thought it was.
Does it look like a crashed spaceship?
It's hard to tell. Let me think. What would be the? I'm looking for some kind of archaeology or architecture-based skill, really, for this.
When
Let's
gonna
have an
say-
observation roll, Mallory, and see
Yeah.
how you do.
Because alien spaceship, like in the universe, aren't like
Hello.
these spaceship ours quite boxy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, they're quite like
Not-
industrial in
not
their
curvy.
structure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
human
like
engineering is very industrial in the alien
Yes.
setting. It's not like smooth curves and cool
no.
angles.
And that's
Oh,
what
the
I'm
spaceship
seeing.
looks nice. It looks good.
This does not look like a spaceship to you. It looks like some kind of built structure,
Oh wow.
like a pyramid
Oh fuck yeah!
Are we all-
or the base of a pyramid or something like that.
Are we all back in the room then, I'm guessing?
So you guys from the
So-
kitchen come back in then.
Yes.
What are you
I
all
fold
looking
the
at?
paper. I fold the paper up. And I say,
What you are looking at?
I was
Oh,
gonna
this is
say
very
something, but
interesting.
It's okay. I'll see.
Hiller, what was
Looks
it?
like maybe they
I've seen
built
that.
something
I've seen that
underwater.
show. I've seen that
Oh,
show with pyramids and weird
yes.
faces.
They didn't build it, says Eugene.
What?
What?
What exactly?
Did they find it?
No.
Is it signs of an ancient alien civilization
Don't
of
be
which man has
ridiculous,
only
Baz.
dreamed?
Dr.
I've
Shot
read this sort of thing. Us
Dr.
roughnecks,
Shot-
we talk.
said when, well, it wasn't Dr. Shot that found it. Either of the Dr. Shots.
What? Why are there
Yeah,
two
there
of them?
was. I think they mentioned there was multiple at one point.
Dr.
Yeah.
Al Usra
They're clones.
found it on signals, and Dr. Shot went to look at it, and that was when things started going wrong.
What happened to Dr. Shot?
Well, nothing. Which Dr. Shot?
Things
Whichever
start to go
one
wrong
you think
for-
had a worse time. Start with them.
Mrs. Dr. Shot had
Yes.
a bad time because she's having a baby.
Oh, okay.
Well, that is a very that can be quite
That is a
stressful,
wonderful experience,
especially
but can be quite stressful. Yes.
Wonderful
on a
experience for you,
floating
maybe.
train.
And Mr. Dr. Shot, he went underwater in the submersible, and he went to have a look, and he said they found something, but Mr. Terrence wouldn't let him bring it up to the station, so they had to build a tent. And in the
Oh,
tent, they did some
right.
research.
So it's in the tent now.
Oh, okay.
that makes
Those
sense.
type of tents. Okay, I actually.
And how did they
I
get
thought
to
it was
the
a
tent?
camping
Do they
tent.
go through the pool back in the
Yeah, you could
previous
go.
carriage?
You could go in the marine biology pool,
Yes.
Right.
and you can go off the side. If you go out from the comms array or from the dock, you can go diving, but we mostly just do like swimming on the surface from those. And if you're going to go underwater, you go down the side of the tidal baffles, and you go from the marine biology lab.
Okay.
Eugene.
Very good with words.
Eugene, did any and any of the grown-ups, because grown-ups can be very silly sometimes, did any of them ever describe what they were researching at all, ever? Just even boring stuff. Just if they made any description, I will manipulate if necessary.
They talked about science all the time. I like science.
Yes.
Science is cool. And
of course.
I
They
done
talk about
experiments.
water bugs.
I growed some algae, and I made some
Wow.
glowing algae.
Oh,
Oh.
good.
Cool.
Well done.
Dr. Jewel taught me how to genetically modify algae with bioluminescence.
Yes,
that was fun.
That sounds like Jewel. Yep.
But I'm not allowed in the labs because
Of course.
I'm too little.
Well,
And
it's dangerous. Yeah.
sometimes the science that they talk about is a bit too hard for me.
That's okay.
So
I was
they're all different scientists. They've got loads of different skills.
Where it was, apologies, I may have been confusing. Where I was saying was there anything that they, because as you rightly pointed out, they're different scientists, did they have a shared, like, was there a topic they all talked about at all?
The sea.
The sea. Well, that makes sense. That okay. And was it about going deep into the sea?
It was all about the sea. It was going into the sea and growing things in the sea and taking samples of the sea.
Did they sing songs about the sea?
Under the sea.
Would you like to be beside the sea?
Pamela knew some songs about the sea. I didn't understand them, but she used to sing them sometimes.
Okay. Right. That's absolutely fine.
Moving on.
Because she could speak axolotl.
She could speak
axolotl. Right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right then.
Did you guys find the cook?
Let's talk about that another time.
Okay, question. This is a Nye question. Is he saying an actual language and I'm just stupid, or is he like
he's mispronounced what the language is?
Right, that's
it's
fine.
not a particularly common language that you would necessarily know.
No,
though,
okay. Because I was about to say,
he might just be talking about axolotl.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait a minute. Like, are the aliens axolotls? I mean, that would be the best twist ever, Ben. Especially like,
now
oh
I'm
my
just
god.
picturing, the doctor in a corner just going, is it really axolotl? Do they have their own language? Do they have their own culture? Did they build pyramids?
Yeah, I love it. Okay, no, thank you, Eugene. You've been a very big help. We'll be able to help rescue everyone better.
Oh, yes. Yes, we can do that.
Okay.
All right, then.
I was just going to say something, but maybe we should probably tell Hiller what we found in the kitchen.
Do you reckon? I'm not sure he could take it. I'm not sure where my accent's going.
Seeing and hearing are two separate, like, mental, like, processes. If you hear something described, as long as we're not too vivid, I'm sure Hiller will be all right. I feel like Hiller should know something. Apologies, Hiller. I'm talking to you in the third person.
What are we going
right
to do
here.
with
It was very rude of me.
Eugene?
Okay, I'm going to cover Eugene's ears.
Oh, well, I have something. I have I was going to say something. Yeah, the thing, and I'm speaking more to Barrett because I feel Barrett's the one that's going to need to know this. So in nature, while typically something that starts the size of a small dog is going to have a tough time growing quickly, there are organisms, say like a caterpillar or something, that can double their size in like a couple days. So just heads up, we might be shooting things bigger. Eugene better have his ears covered. We might be shooting something bigger than a small dog. Okay, that is just a theory because I don't quite understand
and how
what organ.
much is it going to grow?
I don't know. If this creature is what I think it is, if it's some kind of chimera they've made, I don't know what they've been putting in here. There's things that you would find in barnacles, but there's also things you would find in things that go through homeostasis, which barnacles do anyway, but that's a different matter. Like, there's so much...
He's sciencing out. We need to
Sorry,
stop him.
sorry.
I think
Not
you're letting
homeostasis,
yourself
another one.
be biased by this concept of there being some sort of creature. What if, I mean, seriously, it wouldn't surprise me if there was some underwater base put there by Bionational or the UPP, and they're producing some sort of cock that looks like...
Mal, I do have one question for you then. What corp builds pyramids underwater? Because I don't
That's
remember
a good question.
I'm not... Look, it doesn't strike me as any of the Weyland-Yutani designs.
No,
certainly not
maybe
some
it's
sort of terraforming device.
We
I don't recognize it.
We don't actually have any proof that there is anything down there. All we have is this chart that we've examined. So let's not get overexcited. We're here for the data.
We are.
Maybe we just get the data and we leave.
Ben,
at that. Can we do that?
I'll roll some of this.
I never thought I'd be relating so much to you, Baz, but yes.
How was that data
am disgusted
transmitted
as well.
What data?
Was that the piece of paper that we have that says there's something underwater? Is that automatic? Like that's just a scan it would show normally?
It was a radiograph.
Okay, so it's not like someone had to send it or it was information. It was just an automated.
No, it was one of the scientists here is a radiographer.
Right.
Who takes soundings of the ocean floor to get a feel for what's where.
Okay, so it's just
And in one of their regular sweeps, they've picked that up.
Okay, I was just a bit confused over what it actually meant. Okay.
Right. I'm still covering Eugene's ears, right? So,
that's okay. Thank you, Heller. You are a saint.
Look, I don't think there can be anything dangerous still here. The kid's still alive. Like whatever happened 2 weeks ago.
Like the kid
kick him up by the head.
Well, he was still alive.
Well, but this is. I agree with you, Heller. My concern though is how do we look after Eugene? We can't leave him up here. But we need everyone all hands on deck to get the data.
We could put him in the boat, or we could lock him in one of the habitation cubes.
What if a storm hits though?
Well,
and he's just
I can stay with him on the boat.
But then
I don't do much with the data retrieval stuff anyway.
I know, Hiller, but you have a gun. And seeing what's in there, Hiller, if you'd seen that, you'd want a gun as well.
As much
Eugene
as I
says, my mum knows about storms. She has a science station.
Oh, okay.
It's at the other end.
I'm going to release
Yes.
Is it? And what's your mum's name, Eugene?
Linda.
Oh, okay. That's lovely.
I'm looking at Mallory at this point going,
Looks at manifest. Linda Tag.
all right then.
Meteorology.
Was she cleared to bring a child?
I think it happened on the station, and
but
she was
he's
allowed to
like
keep it,
8.
obviously.
So let's ask Eugene.
Have they been here 8 years?
No.
Actually, that's a good
No,
question.
I came with mum.
Yeah,
Okay.
I figured he
Oh,
would. Yeah, I was
sorry.
going to say if he's 8 or something.
I get stationed with her, and
He
she
was
homeschools me.
permitted. He was permitted.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
No, we're not sure what to do. So I'm either going to go back to the boat and wait with you on our boat that we came here on, or we're going to go through to the front of the to buy baffle. What am I even in? The whatever this is, your home carriage.
The carriage, yeah.
To get to the computers, which I assume are at the front somewhere. Look at Baz.
Why are they at the
Maybe
front?
I
I
might
don't know.
think.
Yes, they are, but I don't know why they're there. It's not where I'd put them.
Well, I did, but the train's not going anywhere.
If you
so
want
you
the
could put
computer
anything
core,
anywhere, and it
it's
wouldn't matter.
past the other 2 habitations and my mum's lab.
All right, then.
But it's
well,
okay, that's
underwater.
fine.
sorry,
Half
what now?
Yes.
full.
Half.
Okay.
That's
Full.
the problem.
How many? So as we established last time, the water is not cold. It's like almost Mediterranean here,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, okay. And there was a number of, sorry, this is now my brain trying to recollect. And there were suits designed for swimming in or just stuff
There
like
were.
that. Okay.
Back
So
in
we've got
the-
that as we have that as a backup if things get
Yeah, and
like
the
if it's
marine
like,
building.
oh, we're gonna actually have to do some
Baz
diving
is
here.
becoming increasingly tempted to go back for the armored underwater suit.
Yeah. Yes.
Which doesn't
but-
fit through doors, sadly.
That's what I was
Baz
about
is
to
going to
say,
climb
yeah.
round the outside.
Okay, how about we do this, right? Oh, I hate this idea. Okay. Plan. We get through the other bit. Oh, is the kitchen on the way to the other ones? Is that directly in our way?
Yeah, but
Is,
there's a
okay.
corridor that runs along the side of the kitchen.
That's
you don't
fine,
have
we'll
to
use
go
that.
through
Okay.
the kitchen.
You-
Because there's
Ah,
also the
Jesus.
communal bathrooms and shower room and all of that in there as well.
Yes. Okay. How about we do this? Okay. One of us will be with Eugene, and so that we don't split up too much, because I honestly am a little bit not comfortable with leaving one of us alone, just
Nor am I.
alone.
There's no one
How
else
about
here.
We
Why
have Baz.
not? What?
We don't know that. We know so little. All we know is that bad stuff has happened here. I'm just saying we have everybody aside from whoever's with Eugene go into the room,
All
check
right.
that it's okay, and check that it's
Okay.
clean. And then if it's safe, we'll bring Eugene in
No,
and
if
we'll
it's-
just go like that.
If it's a PG carriage, then Eugene can come in.
Yes, and if it's not, then we can go round.
Tally,
And
your
once
movement
we've
sensor pings.
Ding.
Bit.
Ding.
Bit.
Wait, we're
Oh,
getting movement.
There is movement coming towards you from the
Okay.
kitchens into the
Alright,
refectory room that
let's,
you're in at the minute.
Okay, everyone behind me.
People.
All right, kids, get to the back. Get to the back.
Okay,
Get your
okay.
buddy.
I don't have a
Beep.
gun.
Beep.
I'm
Does
going
everyone
to,
but me have a gun?
I'm
to
going
the
to
back.
position myself behind any sort of like fallen tables or anything.
Whatever it is, you should be able to see it by now.
Oh, really?
Oh,
it
that's not
registers as
good.
being inside the room.
Oh.
It's in the room with you.
It's invisible.
There's
No, I
nothing
didn't
there.
say
You
that.
can't see anything coming down the corridor towards you.
Oh,
Doors
the water?
open.
Where the hell
The
is it?
signal's inside the room and it's beeping. It's getting closer and closer
Yeah.
to you.
Someone
Wait.
tell me you
Beep,
see something.
Beep.
I don't.
I'm like
beep,
looking around at the
Is it like a
walls and I'm
mouse?
pointing at the fucking ceiling.
Is it outside?
Oh, gun.
And it starts to move further away. It goes right through you and starts to
it-
move the opposite way down towards the habitation 2,
Eugene,
You
did
sure
the one
this,
with the
that
big
place
hole in the
have-
window.
did this place have like a mouse infestation or like a rat infest? I mean, no criticism if it did.
Should we not go after that thing?
We don't know what it was.
Yeah, we
Well, it could
should.
be a person.
actually.
Yeah, we
An invisible person.
yeah.
All right,
I'm a bit
I'm gonna
confused.
go after that thing.
That's
Okay.
absolutely fine. Does the motion sensor not distinguish between? I'm legitimately confused. Does it not distinguish between a solid surface?
They register micro changes in air density.
Yeah, basically it just tells
Oh.
you if something moves, and how far away from you it is and what direction.
Okay.
It gives you a vector.
Okay,
Basically.
apologies. I was a bit unsure. As a
that's
scientist, I
okay.
should know this.
Hilla saying
it's
that it
okay.
went across the roof kind of makes sense, actually.
Yes, and it's
Either on the top or underneath.
Is it like Pekingese Labrador? Wait, no, a Labrador is not a small dog.
It could have been a
Uh,
wave.
Is it Chihuahua size?
Well, if there are waves going over the top of this carriage, we
Oh
have
my
a problem. Oh dear, we've just lost
Okay.
Mallory again.
Okay, no, it's
Have
fine,
another
right.
drink, Mallory.
Barrett, you want to go after it? Yeah, you want to go after whatever was there.
Should we be taking stress for the motion thing?
You absolutely should take
Yeah,
another
I
Oh my
really
god,
stress.
I'm going to be at 10 at no point here. I'm at 5.
You'll succeed at every part roll.
That's
I
part of
know,
the
I know.
fun.
Welcome to
I
Alien.
know. I'm
It-
just,
It's
Yeah,
It's
that was
like
a
trying
near
to get
miss. Whatever
into it.
that was.
it's like trying to get into Call of Cthulhu and expecting not to take sand damage.
I know. I'm just a grumpy puss because I have one more than everyone
Oh,
else.
grumpy
Yeah,
puss.
I know.
I wouldn't worry about it now. The only thing that kept me going in Alien for as long as I did.
Yeah,
when
no,
we
I
played
know.
was
I
the
remember
stress.
watching. I know. I'm just being I'm being melodramatic.
See, you can actually reduce stress by interacting with your signature item for 10 minutes in a safe area.
What is my?
If only we could
signature
find a safe
All
end.
I
you
don't
need is
have a
safe
signature.
area.
I don't have a signature. It just says signature item in my signature item.
Same.
It was one of the
That
things
was
you needed
left
to
there so you
think
could
about.
choose.
Yeah,
Something
that
that's
would-
really important to you.
That would be me. That would be Baz.
And if you want, it could be
Oh.
that picture of you and Jewel on
There we
holiday
go.
together.
I'll put that.
Oh, I'm
Actually, that's a
hurt
really good
now.
one.
I was going to
Mallory
be me,
Harkness
but I've
is-
been replaced
her hair
by
that
a
way.
fancy lady.
Well, if I remember correctly, Baz, you were not being the most supportive of me
I'm a
last time.
kindly uncle. Sometimes you need the harsh truth.
Okay. So Barrett, you're wanting to go after what was the motion. Yeah, the whatever was on the motion sensor. Am I correct with that reading?
I will be wherever the lady with the gun is.
Well, I don't want to take Eugene there though. So one of us has to stay with, or maybe 2 of us, or 3 of us, or all of us should stay with Eugene.
But we still need
Why-
to just
why
get the
are we-
data.
Yeah, why
I'm
are we
also-
considering breaking up this team? Let's go get the data and leave. We don't have to worry
Okay,
about
now I'm
splitting up and
siding. Now I'm
sending
siding
children
with
in
hunting with the
places.
monster because only because Mallory wants us to stick together.
Everybody
And then-
remember, you have all
We're a
got a
family. We
reroll.
stick together. Ohana or
No,
something.
I know we have a
That kids
reroll.
show.
I don't have a gun though, so I'm
It's
useless.
You can outwit it with your
Right,
science
Barrett.
brain.
Yeah.
The next room back is Habitation 2, which was the one with the bloodstains and the hole in the wall.
I'm sure it's fine.
Right, I'm
As you
staying.
get
I'm
back
staying
out
with
through
Eugene
the
'cause I
lock
don't
from
have
the
a gun.
refectory into Habitation 2, you can hear the sound of something moving inside Dr. Hargreaves's quarters, the ones with the bloodstain and the window hole.
We're just going to collect more kids. Is that what we're doing?
We come out of it with like 20.
I am going to be holding Eugene's hand.
It's going to be munchkins the whole way down.
Hello,
What do you want to
how's your
do,
going?
Tally?
Grenade!
Well, we got nothing. Like we have an idea of where it is, and it's a little further away, right? Okay.
It seems to be moving towards the window, the opening.
Okay. Let's move slowly and silently towards that window with the barrel pointed towards that.
Okay. You see the fingers of a hand, almost human, but definitely not, click over the edge of the window ledge, just creeping in around there. They're the same sort of dark, blackish green color as the barnacle sample that you found. And they seem to sort of latch on very, very quietly. Then another set latches on next to them.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's wait just a second to see something actually come in and then shoot immediately. Like it's on the point of just reflex.
This
If something comes through, I shoot.
elongated tube-like head comes over the edge so that it's upside down and sort of leans in towards the window, kind of creeping it, like pulling itself upside down into the room.
All right, full auto.
You take a point. Oh no, you don't take a point of stress, do you?
No, I do not. Because of
Normally you would
Marie.
take a point of stress for full auto, but not
I
Barrett.
do not.
Barrett's a big fan of full auto.
So while I should be impressed with this very well produced tense moment from Ben, I was distracted
that
by
looks-
the cake, which looks really yummy.
It does look really good.
That looks bad. Okay, let's.
I'm
let's
like,
do a reroll
the alien.
here
Oh,
because-
there's a cake there.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
do a reroll
No,
here
no, no,
because
no.
this
It
is
was.
looking-
That's an exceptionally good roll. The only downside
Oh.
to it is that you've got a face hugger in there.
There's
But
a
6
lot of
successes is astronomically good.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, it's gonna. That's an owie for it, regardless of how tough it is to
Okay.
kill.
Yeah. That's like
I guess
take
I
a
just don't
point
know
of
how to read
stress
those yet.
The
Sorry.
face
and
hugger
roll your
also
panic
means
roll.
you're out of ammo and you
Okay.
have to reload.
Oh,
That's not a nice number. But nobody
Glad
likes
I'm
Nope,
not in
that-
the room.
Reroll? Maybe a
Oh, no.
reroll.
Maybe
It's
maybe
good,
reroll
it's good.
that one.
How about a
Yeah,
reroll?
Do you have one?
You can
reroll.
re-roll
Do
your
you
panic
reroll?
roll if
What
you
about a
want.
reroll?
Yeah.
It's
Let's do
not
that.
like we're gonna have to make any other. Oh my god! Oh my god!
We're fucked!
That's as good as dice
So
rolls I'm
just
used
for
to.
future,
It's
am I
fine,
not
it's
allowed to
totally
complain about my
topical.
stress?
Barrett, you let out a scream. Just a non-stop feral scream of horror and rage and all of those things all put together.
Fabulous.
Your stress level is decreased by 1. So
Nice.
you
Oh,
lose a bit
wow.
of stress. But everybody that can hear you screaming,
Goes
their
up.
stress level goes up by 1.
Yep, no, that's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you
Okay,
unleash
fine.
full auto fire through the window, emptying your clip
That is not a
into the
good noise.
xenomorph that is
I-
making its way in. Whatever this thing is,
That's 100 rounds of
this is
explosive
not
rounds.
anything you've encountered before. You've heard people talking about aliens and like bug hunts and shit like that, and you've never really given it much credence. Most of the stuff that you've fought has been dumb animals, dumb bugs, and other humans. This is not human. It might have the slight shape of one, but whatever is creeping in through that window is pure malevolence. It's coming to get you, and you know it.
I love the concept that this alien has been feasting on, like maybe scientists that put up a bit of a fight, but nothing crazy. And the first experience of Barrett is like, it's like, oh, wow, okay. Oh,
Fuck
jeez.
Fuck that thing.
Right.
They're a lot more aggressive than I thought, these humans.
Yeah, Bear's just built differently.
Like I said, that if that's a full clip, that's 100 rounds of explosive.
Yeah, that's owies.
Of
Yeah.
AP
Yes.
high explosive
So,
rounds, so
make
that's-
what you need to do down on the bottom of your character sheet.
Yeah.
There's a thing for weapons.
Yeah.
If you click on the attack option,
Yeah, let's do that. And no modifiers. Boom. What the?
Bonus
Okay.
1 damage to armor piercing grenade launcher full.
Yeah,
Oh
loving
my
the grenade
god,
launcher.
I love that.
right?
yeah.
So you've got a success. So you hit it,
And
and
huggy.
you deal 2 damage to it.
Have it.
What does the? No, I'm not gonna ask.
No.
It will work out.
Don't. We're going to die
Let's-
anyway.
See if
Uh,
it's
A grenade lands just perfectly in its mouth, and it goes. Poof.
Oh, I don't think I fired the grenade launcher. That was just
Okay. No,
regular.
I think that's an option.
Right. Oh,
now
okay.
full auto. I believe does more damage, doesn't it?
You would hope.
I
Full
I
auto
don't-
fire. It has its own section in.
I keep having people ask me what alien RPG we're playing, and I keep saying, well, I don't know. I can show you what the practice. sheet
The
looks
one
like.
published by Free.
Free
League.
So you
Is
get
there-
plus
yeah.
2 dice. So
Free
roll
League
2 more
again.
d6.
Yeah, check Free League out. They're
Okay.
they're lovely.
2d6.
Yes.
There we go. Boom. Yeah, that's me.
Wow.
That's me.
So
You
that's
know,
the
rolling
sixes,
high
so
when
no
it's
extra
panic, and
successes.
rolling low when it's damage.
Why? I guess half is like 6.
So you do
The
some
average
damage to this
result
thing,
is 7.
and you open up and you kind of take out the entire window
Oh my
section all the
gosh.
way along this couch, like dig, 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 dig.
Nice summary.
Glass goes flying. A couple of slugs catch this thing in the underside of its head, and green yellow blood sprays out. Whatever it lands on
Uh-oh.
starts hissing and bubbling unnaturally. And with a sort of muted shriek, it scuttles off down the side of the carriage, straight past you. The wind is now roaring in through this window. Sea waves are splashing in. Sometimes they're neutralizing the blood splashes slightly. So who saw the xenomorph?
Oh,
I
did
think
anyone go
only
with Barrett? Yeah,
Only
did-
Barrett. So that's another point of stress for Barrett, I'm afraid.
Ah,
So
just when you
I
got
I think
rid
I
of
stayed
one.
behind a little
Lost
bit.
it.
I think we all did because we were
Right away.
bickering,
I just looked at the.
which was partially my
But
fault.
you all
Panic
hear Barrett open
Yes.
up with full auto fire on
Fuck!
Oh, I
machine
know
gun.
that noise. Oh,
while
Yes.
that's
screaming.
not a
Okay,
good
okay.
sound.
How is Eugene doing? Is Eugene looking happy or sad?
He's gone straight under a table.
That is completely justifiable.
That is
Okay.
very sensible. Hiller and Dr. Somber, I think you should join Eugene. Mallory and I are going to go find out what happened to Barrett.
I feel kind of bad for
Yeah.
Hiller. Like, I
Yeah.
understand why Dr. Somber, because he is like squishy and defenseless, but I feel bad that Hiller keeps getting lumped with.
I'm looking after you.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
It's
why.
kind of a
He's actually
cascade
kind
of
of a
care
badass.
here.
Heller is
you-
a stealth badass.
But you don't tell me that's why Hiller is hiding with me. That's
no.
for your safety. Oh, sorry, Hiller.
There is a plan here.
Yes, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't realize that, which is probably good. Okay, I will hide. But I won't hide.
So Baz, you go barreling through into habitation 2,
Come on, hot pants.
and you can see Barrett stood wide-eyed in the doorway with smoke curling out of the barrel of her pulse rifle.
Still pulling the trigger and it's just clicking.
The little red dial is
Yeah,
flashing
pretty much.
00 on the side.
It's taped off actually.
Nicole, you're right.
What the hell is going on?
All right, Mallory, the one with the gun has
No,
just got a little bit gun happy, so
My
maybe
question
softly.
was addressed at the one with the gun. My good friend, Barrett.
Okay, I think we need one of your inspiring speeches about family right now.
Oh, yeah, no, actually, great idea. Thank you. Barrett! I pat my hand on her shoulder. Very careful not to be on the receiving end of a quick turnaround for having startled her with her gun. I say, look, this is very stressful for all of us. But what just happened?
It got bigger.
What
Got
got
bigger.
bigger?
Awesome.
The caterpillar got bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
much
caterpillar.
bigger? Because you got no bullets left, which suggests quite a lot bigger.
It's still alive. It ran away.
Well, you don't miss.
It ran
Ye-
away.
Okay.
Family meeting time. Barrett, put the gun down. Let's go talk with the kids. And also, you might want to reload that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Click.
Please.
Was
With
that
the
you
reloading.
reloading there, Tally?
That
Yeah.
was awesome. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
actually pretty cool. Yeah, I loved that.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, I walk back to the rest of the group, and I guess we kind of reconvene.
I think
So
we
you're
need
back
to
in the refectory in the
hurry
comfy
up.
sofa area.
So
I'm gonna have a
Eugene,
drink at this point. Can I have a drink? Can I hand round some of my stash of hard liquor?
You can.
Oh yeah, wait. Can we make this place kind of a safe zone for 10 minutes? Because my character definitely needs to use her signature item,
We need
which
to
is to
breathe
say,
and reconsider.
Awesome.
And Baz really wants to have a look at those hydrographic charts. But
"Oh,
also,
that's
you-
cute." Bash
Calm
should
down.
ask
If
because I
you-
have them.
If you take the time to seal the room and properly close the doors,
I will
Baz,
work
can you
on
make
that.
a heavy machinery roll?
Oh yes, and I really may have to use a reroll because I don't want this to fuck up. Yes.
So yeah, I mean, 2 successes. You can comfortably close and wedge the 2 doors at either end.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So nothing's coming through those doors without some significant effort. I mean, yeah, the cargo loader could probably do it.
Oh, I still want that.
Yeah, we would have to go back there for it.
Yeah, but we can open up everything. This
So
is
you
just a
secure the room.
temporary
Mhm.
rest.
All right.
So if anybody wants to use their signature item, please tell me what you're doing with it and how it's going to make you less stressed, and then you can lose a point of stress.
Apparently, my
Before-
signature item is a signature item, so I'm not quite sure what to do
Oh,
there.
Signature
Oh.
item,
You
anything
just
you
make
want
your
it
own.
to be, really.
That-
It's something, it's like a treasured memento that your character
Right.
has.
Thank you, Tally, because I was sitting there going, it's like show and tell, where it's like, now, has everyone
Yes.
got something for show and tell? Oh,
I've got
oh,
mine.
no.
Here's some pocket lint that I found.
Yeah.
I actually had to do that once. It
I've
was
got
not
some
fun.
grease.
I got
See,
shit.
it's really fun. You can look through the Alien RPG and they'll give you suggested ones, right? And of course, I went with styling cream because
No,
you know,
it's awesome.
because
Yeah,
that makes
it's-
sense.
it's awesome.
But some of the fucking best ones are the
Here.
corporate agents' signature items. Divorce papers. That's somebody's signature item.
I get out.
Fucking love
Read
it.
that and laugh.
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
amazing.
That's great. I love it.
That is such a good idea.
Ironically, the only person who I put a signature item on was Alden's character, and he then came up with a different one.
I overrode that.
Amazing.
Uh,
So
I'll go
before
with a combat knife.
before we get too far into the break period, I think Mallory, after the doors are sealed, Mallory would look over the group and say, "Family huddle. Eugene, I guess you can come in too."
Oh
Um,
God.
Oh yes, he's family now.
Yes, he is. And
Oh,
he-
really? Okay.
over here.
okay.
Yes, he is. Come here, Eugene.
Mallory, he works for free.
Yeah, family.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody, I know you have shot glasses somewhere on your person. I say as I break out the
I
booze.
have.
Baz is
I
like,
have.
is this like a trick question to get me to admit that I drink on the
I have a
job?
bandolier. Just
But you're also
there.
in their sort of refectory, which has got a mini bar and
Oh, well, that too.
glasses in anyway.
Oh my
so
God,
there's
wait.
that.
Oh shit.
Does Barrett have a knife? I'm getting distracted about that.
Promise. Barrett has
I
pulled a
probably-
combat knife and is sharpening it.
But just
I probably
look at-
actually grab some glasses
Yeah.
from there then, and I do the whole bartender routine, and I'm like, okay, everybody. Pours out,
making sure eye
drinks.
contact with everyone in the room, like even if we're not really looking, just as soon as eye contact with Barrett, just like
I just have this mental image now of Mallory giving everybody, including the
Eugene.
8-year-old, like a
Yeah.
double
Yeah.
shot of whiskey
Yeah.
or something.
when
I'll go pop.
yeah, when
Does.
when Mallory does that, I just go, hey, okay, water for you. Nice.
Oh,
clean
it's never too
water.
early to start. Well, I never
It
did any
is,
harm.
yeah, no, it is. It's very much early to start. I'm probably not even going to have this myself. Nothing against you, Mallory.
I'll
Look,
have
doubles.
yours. That's all right. I'll just
Yeah, there you go,
collect.
Baz. Yeah, you
Thank
can have
you.
your
Take a
doubles.
drink.
Fine.
That
This
will
is-
reduce a point of stress.
This is a
On
gesture
top of the
goodwill.
signature item.
Yes.
Oh, God damn it. Now you this is like real life. Peer pressure.
It's a gesture of
Drink,
goodwill.
drink.
All right, I'll drink it. Yeah, okay.
I'm not oblivious to the ways you talk about me when I'm not in the room or the way you look at me when I enter. I know you
Oh.
may not like me all that very much.
Oh.
And honestly, it's not my job to be
Yes.
likable.
That's very true. You do it
but-
so well.
But I think we can all accept that we are in a live or die situation here. And it's not great. It's not great to be in such a situation. Trust
Did
me.
you know
I
about
would rather
this?
avoid that at all costs.
Oh, did you know
Mal,
about this point?
Mal, did you know about this?
Aha, I was getting to
Did
that.
you know what they were throwing us into?
No, actually, I did not know what the fuck is going on. And I'm sure that's disappointing to all
There's
of
a
you.
small child present. Now, come on now.
Look, I'm not a kids person, and I'm not going to change. So, kid's gonna learn some things today. One of which is I am not fully.
Cthulhu. Oh.
I am not fully aware of what is going on here. I'm assuming this is some sort of binational assault on our sovereign corporate turf, or even worse, some insidious UPP plot. But believe you me, we have the better gadgets, and I've never seen this shit before, so I'm guessing bionational.
I mean,
That
Baz,
said,
So what you're saying is that you're actually out of the loop. Like the company has kept you out of the loop.
Oh, wow, that's
Oh,
It's
wow, Mallory,
heinous
that's
of
going to
things.
burn.
Yeah.
That really does. Do you want a
Wow,
hug?
kick her when she's down.
Do you want a hug? Do you? Do you want a hug?
I don't like hugs.
Has
Good,
Eugene
because you're
come
not
out?
getting one.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
and Baz
especially
gives really
not
good
from-
hugs.
Oh, I'm so
Really?
uncomfortable.
The smell I feel would be a deterrent, but I'm being rude again. Sorry about that. We're a family. We are a family. We're connected at the joints. And if we don't work together to get the data and get the fuck out,
Hey,
then
kid, how long
could
have
be
you been
bad.
here again? With your mom?
So
Oh,
threatening.
8 months.
Just a little bit.
Been going on
threatening.
8 months.
Yeah.
You have been giving out reports about what was going on, right?
Well, it was water. They were sending
Yeah.
reports back about the water.
Mhm,
What about the
And-
temple? What about
Ah.
the thing under the water? What
Oh,
about
they
that?
only found that a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
What
like
is the
about
temple?
3,
Like a
maybe?
mountain.
Maybe
I don't know, what day is it?
4?
It's
It's the 9th day of the 37th week.
yeah, it's so.
Oh, and he starts counting on his fingers.
Barrett,
And we
was
realised
it
they're too
was
long.
it small?
Is 3 weeks
dog?
like 20 days?
Sort of, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll say for that then. Okay.
Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you, Eugene. You have been most useful.
Barrett, how big was it? Was it small dog size?
No, it was bigger than that, apparently.
Big. Oh,
bigger than a human.
okay. Well,
you're-
there's one theory. Just tick that off my.
Your
okay.
caterpillar got a lot bigger.
It was
Yeah.
longer than a human, but probably had less mass than one.
Hmm.
That's
Ooh,
in no way
that-
comforting.
That doesn't. Okay. Well, it means it's hungry, but it's okay. I'm gonna.
Look,
is Eugene
is
out
it
from under
conti-
the? Yeah,
is
he's
it
out
con-
from under the
Is
table.
it going to continue to grow?
I don't. As a general rule, as things get bigger, it gets harder and harder to support their mass. However, the one environment known to man would be water, since water relies. So I don't know how big this thing could get. What I do know is you don't get that big without protein. So
How
it's
about
definitely been.
acid?
Can I take a point
Oh.
of stress?
assuming that's where the crew went.
Why? Because you're made of protein.
Yeah.
Just how you phrased it.
Keller has that moment. Wait, I'm made of protein.
Yeah, I think at that moment we're all just kind of looking at each other, kind of weighing each other up. Going,
Mallory is quite satisfied that she's.
Can I ask everybody
very
to
slender.
take their headphones off, except for Alden, for a minute?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh God, it's like Alton, you're the tallest of us or something.
I'm the fattest. It's Uncle Hisfix all over again.
Alden,
Yes,
from the
voice in my head.
descriptions, you in your character knowledge, in the secret knowledge, you've read
Yes.
Space Beast.
Yes.
Space Beast is a banned book written by crazy people
But
about
are
the
they
events
crazy?
that happened on LV-46,
Okay.
which was a colony that was exploded allegedly by UPP terrorists. But according to the people writing Space Beast, there was a kind of weird insecty humanoid like alien creature that was involved, and it sounds like the description of what Barrett is talking about.
Yeah. Do I know anything about the sort of ziggurats or the strange pyramid structures?
Ziggurats and pyramids, they're not on Space Beast.
Okay.
Okay.
The headphones, yes.
Come back,
Yes, yes.
Cthulhu.
Well,
Come back to us. Oh, nice. Slithered off somewhere.
Oh no.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Based on your thing, yes, you've heard of that kind of thing before.
That's why I'm looking at the hydrographic charts.
I'm going to take
A ziggurat's not too dissimilar to a pyramid.
No, a ziggurat is a stepped pyramid, whereas a pyramid is a smooth-sided ziggurat.
I thought, isn't a ziggurat something you smoke?
No, that's very good.
Only if you're from Cornwall.
The
The brand of Cornish cigarettes.
I'll have plaque 20 cigarettes, please. Oh, these things are difficult to light.
What, the temperature unit, a plaque?
I'd like some Machu Picchu's, please.
Yes, and some planks. It's a unit of time, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes, Scott,
Okay.
that's right. All ziggurats are pyramids, but not all pyramids are ziggurats.
That's debatable.
So,
Don't argue with the
Okay.
archaeologist.
Yeah, don't argue with the archaeologist. He's right. Whatever he says goes.
okay,
So
yes.
you spend a bit of time with your signature items,
Mm-hmm.
relaxing, unwinding. You have a little bit of a drink from the minibar,
Thank you, Mallory.
Thank you, Mallory.
and you're there in the
You're
refectory. You've got the kitchens next to you.
No, you're not thinking about that right now.
The computer core is 1, 2, 3 carriages away from where you currently are,
Just 3
and 2 carriages away from the end of the station.
So, just out of curiosity, how long has this food been spoiling? Like, how long does it look and smell like it's been there?
Well, on reflection, it's probably not the food that was the spoiling
No, it was
smell. It was
Probably
probably the
Pamela.
Yeah, Pamela.
the poor lady who's the custodian, caterer,
Yes.
chef, cook, cleaner.
Dead person.
There's a question actually. Did there look like there was a lot of food left? If we didn't notice that, that's fine. I'm just curious.
The cupboard, if you want to go through the cupboards, you can do. There was nothing particularly out in terms of loads of food and drink or anything.
Okay.
It looks like there was a small amount of food out that had been untouched and had gone a bit moldy.
Yes.
But of course, you also had Eugene in there since.
Eating
and he's
away, yeah.
been getting
So-
himself food
yeah.
and stuff from what he could scavenge.
Probably leaving
So-
stuff out. And
Yeah.
Well, as children do. But I was going to say, so my
Yeah.
scientist mind would correctly assume that whatever this thing is, it was not going through the pantry to gain the mass necessary to grow this big. No. Okay.
No, it did not go through their rations by the looks of things.
Not that sort of
I'm
pantry,
just
anyway.
imagining a xenomorph opening up the cupboards. Just
Got a cup of soup.
Looking behind things with the really
The
long
little-
fingers.
The little mouth comes out and blows on the spoonful. Hot. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay, that does confirm the theory that whatever this is, it eats. It has a lot of protein.
Well, we have
Stop
10
saying
more
protein.
crew members that we have not located. So that would be protein, right?
Yes,
Dr.
but
Sommer?
And-
Stop saying protein.
And
It-
a lot of blood.
it would be the thing. This is what's bizarre though. If Barrett, and I trust you implicably, I just can't fathom why a creature would be so skinny. I mean, I understand it growing in height, but typically a creature is building its mass to become something. Like a caterpillar
That's
gets
true.
quite big and then turns
Yeah.
into a butterfly.
Unless
So I
it's like you, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's true. I'm quite gangly. I yes, thank you. A little bit, a bit of humor actually does make it feel a bit better.
Maybe it's like
Um,
a snake or a sea snake. There's the sea. Snakes
True,
are big, but they're long.
but it had arms.
Snakes don't have
Yeah, none of
legs.
this.
Actually, I love that. Heller going, what if it's armed snakes?
Could
Oh
be.
no.
Snakes
Snakes
with
with
arms.
That makes so much more sense than everything else we've thought of.
Right, well, yeah. Okay. So the
I look to Naya and I'm like, all right, but this is clearly a complex life form. Am I wrong? None of that seems to
Oh,
pan out with regards to the
Oh, right.
the ecology that we're working on.
yes. Sorry, I misunderstood.
It
Yes,
definitely wasn't someone in like a diving suit.
No.
You say that with such hope.
Oh,
No.
Barrett, you
Okay.
said it.
People in acid in diving suits do not bleed acid.
Yes, that was going to be my second point. So I
That
guess
is
I'll knock
true.
that off the hypothesis.
True.
Apparently, you can bioengineer an organism to hold hydrochloric acid times 1 billion
Yeah,
inside
you
its
said
body.
that wasn't possible, but
Well, I did. You want to go next door and ask me if that's possible? Because I didn't think that was.
I
That's
think
not.
that's some sort of epoxy resin. I think that's fine. That's just
I was meaning
Gorilla glue,
the.
but
Okay,
cranked up.
Eugene.
I think that's all that is.
We'll
Look.
just carry on and let them argue.
No, that's what I'm
let's move
saying.
up the
Look,
train.
no, I think that's the thing. Wherever this is, it's going to be following us. So we need to be together. We need to have someone who's armed to protect so that nobody gets left behind. So I don't think splitting up is a good idea. Or at the very
Right.
least, I don't think splitting up into groups of one person with Eugene is a wise decision.
Tasty groups. Right. We don't want to do that. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Go.
But Eugene's been here for ages. It's not gone half
Barrett,
that.
like if you went 1-to-1 with it, do you think you could kill it? I don't know.
Well, next time I'm using the grenade launcher, so I was about to mention, if it pops up, find cover.
I mean, for all we know,
Right.
you really hurt it, and now it's slunk off to.
It
I don't know.
ran.
So
away.
we
Oh,
should
it
very
did,
quickly
uh,
get to the data core and get out of here, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, I think we should
Yes.
head in that direction. Oh, but what if it's under? No, fuck it. Let's
I
just
think
head in
we
that
should
direction.
just go and go and
But you-
go as
okay,
fast
yeah,
as we can
I
and
agree,
all
yeah.
together.
Then we'll
Okay.
hold
Is
our
Pat back?
Pat,
Pat, are you okay?
Right.
We got a bit of a dodgy connection.
Did I?
you
It's a
froze.
long way
Coming
to
back.
America.
Yeah. The electricity has to wait. No,
Not
Can
yet.
you hear me
I
now?
don't know how. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you. It's okay.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm just
quest-
like, let's move and let's
Yes.
get there quick.
So
Wait.
who's gonna be buddies with Eugene? We'll all buddy up.
I think
Wait,
Hiller
no, there's
should
an
be
odd
buddy
number.
with Eugene. I'm going to buddy up with Dr. Somber.
Okay.
I call not me with Eugene. I want to team up with Barrett.
It's okay. We've
Yeah.
already called you not with Eugene.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
fine.
Eugene
So-
called you, not with Eugene.
Okay,
It's
so
your name,
Don't touch me,
not
kid.
Eugene.
okay, so Barrett and Mallory go first because
Yes.
they both have guns. Then myself and Baz, and then Hiller and Eugene. Okay, because we honestly, I don't think it's safe to leave Eugene
All right,
anywhere
so
that's not with
are you
us.
going to be bursting your way out of the refectory into the kitchen corridor and then blazing past the kitchen at best speed?
Well, I
Yes.
assume we can open it casually. We don't have to like kick the door down.
you don't have to
Feels
kick the
like-
door down.
No, we could just go, okay, open, run. Not like
Probably.
that though. That's probably not very.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Baz, you
economic.
cycle the door, take off the locks that you put on, which are basically table legs that you've wedged in the rotating part.
It works.
And there's a long, narrow corridor that runs down the side of the kitchens. These carriages, if you like, all look like they're fairly modular. They've got a fairly similar basic structure, and then everything inside looks like it's been stuck on afterwards. So this corridor runs straight down the middle, and on either side, you've got the kitchens on one side, and then you've got like communal bathing areas on the other, which is like a shower room, bathroom, sinks, that kind of thing. Lots of cubicles. Everything's kind of unisex.
Unlucky.
With only a dozen people, nobody really cares.
Also, doing anything else would cost more.
Yes,
Exactly.
so-
Mm.
More important.
And so
Plus,
you make your
they're
way
all
down that
professionals.
corridor. Yeah, can everybody make an observation roll?
Ooh. One of my best.
I have
I'm
special
gonna fail
eyes.
on saying that.
I have terrible
Oh no, I
eyes.
did. I mean, I'm stressed that I clearly saw something that fucked me up. But it's not what Barrett saw. I saw
Okay.
I
Is
saw it
this-
with one
Yeah.
eye. Barrett saw it with
I
two.
might,
Is
I
this
might-
hypothetically to avoid getting sneak attacked?
It is not. No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hypothetically.
Sneaky
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Okay, so as you're making your way along this corridor, the constant drip from the shower room
Sorry.
puts you back up, puts you on edge.
attack.
It's like you're being followed by these drips from the tap.
Oh, I
You're on a
don't like
water
that.
world. You've got these taps that you just know are somehow connected to the outside. And these drips are following you down the corridor. So Barrett, Hiller, and Somber all gain a point of stress.
Yay! I
I
got
just had my
drunk to lose.
spanner, and I really want to go fix those taps.
Gonna make a panic roll as well, right? Because I rolled a fate tiger. Oh wait,
You don't need to
Oh.
make a panic roll, no.
I was just about to use my re-roll.
No, you don't need to panic at the drippy tap, but you could feel it grating. You're saying that's chalk against chalk, fingers on a chalkboard, feel of cotton wool, that whole sensation
Oh,
of
don't. That's actually making me think of quite well now.
oppressive. Something's there and you can feel it, and it's not right. And you
There's
reach the end
nothing
of
on
the-
motion detector.
Yep, sweeping the motion detector is good because it's not reading anything coming from up ahead. And the next room is habitation 3. And this is the first of the partially submerged chambers. So whatever has happened in here, this room is about calf deep in water. So none of you are particularly deep. There's papers and bits of gewgaws and flotsam and jetsam floating around on the surface. The rooms themselves seem to be mostly intact, though. So whatever has happened here, it's not from a broken window on this room, but this place is calf deep in water. So you're sort of sloshing through the water. It's slightly colder in here than it was outside. So it's been sat here for a while. You've got another 4 science quarters in this room, 1 double quarter and 2 single quarters.
Okay.
So it looks like one of these rooms was shared.
Well, that would be the couple.
Yeah.
I would assume.
The shots.
The shots. That's it.
All right. Well, I don't think we really need to investigate. I think we just need to get a shuffle on. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if you
absolutely
noticed
fine
my
with it.
incredibly subtle nod to any of our friends on other Twitch channels, but one of the characters is Dr. D. Shot,
Oh.
and another one is Dr.
Ah!
There's
Oops.
also a Dr. J. Lolly.
For us.
And if you look
Thanks,
at
mate.
Dr. Matthias Mazwaj with his lovely Polish name, Mazwaj backwards is Jauzam.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Little subtle hints to all those people out there.
So subtle that we didn't pick
Fucking-
it up.
Wait.
Yeah, I realized that after I'd done it. I was like, wow, I made that too subtle, didn't I? I'm going to have to
Or
explain.
we're just
loved
not.
it.
Millie is amused.
I don't recognize any of those, but I.
It's some of the
didn't
Twitch
grow
channels
up-
that we've partnered with in the past.
Oh,
Kelly.
okay.
Good
Yes.
job.
I'd love it
I
if
love
it's
it.
just like, yes, it's people you know. I wonder what that name means. People we
Yeah.
know.
You
Just
too can
curious.
have your name on a manifest list of a bunch of people who got eaten by aliens if you subscribe to our
And-
Patreon.
And if you subscribe,
Exactly.
we'll forget that you're.
Yeah, I'm not making that mistake again. Last time I named things after Patreons, you guys got the name wrong every single episode.
Oh yeah,
like
for
8
gold
episodes.
level Patreons, we
Oh,
will
yeah.
massacre your name in every
Oh,
episode.
God.
And it was like episodes like 4 or 5. And you were like, yeah, by the way, it's a Patreon. And we were like, why didn't you tell us? And we were like, we
You've
did.
got like one of our top tier patron names
Yeah.
wrong
Oh
every
my god, these are
episode.
real people. I'm so
it
sorry,
was-
Maurice
Oh my
S. Camp.
god.
And
Oh,
yeah,
God.
S-Camp. And the best part was we said it like 4 different ways interchangeably between the 3 of
Anyway,
us.
you
Yeah.
break into, well, you don't break into, you walk into habitation 3.
Yes.
Smells mustier in here. Obviously, the carpet being underwater has had some kind of effect. There's a
Ooh.
pillow floats by as you're walking along.
Oh,
It's
that looks nice.
waterlogged. It's below
Oh.
the surface of the waves, and it's just kind of sort of bobbing
I'm
along.
going to poke it.
It sinks down a bit and then floats back up.
Oh, do it again.
Does it again.
Sorry, we were doing the thing.
Right. Sorry, I didn't mention, by the way,
Please.
the previous carriage.
Restrain
I'm going to
yourself.
start to
Yes.
clear every room, like properly do entry, sweep it, and then move to the next, because I'm not leaving an unknown door at this point.
Very wise. So you
That's very
start sweeping
wise.
each room properly. 3-point entry. Check, clear. Check, clear.
Well, alone, so that's not going to be
The
quite
rest
as
of us will
nice, but,
Scooby-Doo
you know.
behind you.
I was gonna say we all do what we think a military sweep is, what we've seen from the movies.
Oh, God.
So it's just like as we roll or something, but we don't roll. We just like kind of try to do like a forward
Does
roll.
the rolling
Somebody
help?
doing forward
Yeah,
rolls in the water.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was an awful idea. It's worried
Oh,
me.
that's why they don't actually do it.
Every
but the
time. He's still going
movies,
to do it every time.
Habitation 3 is remarkably empty. There is signs of a struggle, but a much more low-key scuffle, not the sort of horrendous violence that happened in Hab 2. Hab 3 there's turned over furniture, there's some flooding, but there's no sort of overt damage to anything in particular. The walls are all still intact. One of the walls does have 4 long scratches along it, about the distance for a person with really big hands with sharp fingernails to have scraped down it.
We will ignore that.
I kind of want to have a look. I really should have done more of analysis of like the carnage that Barrett faced, but I didn't because I'm lazy.
And again, remarkably devoid of people. There's supposed to be like a dozen scientists on this base, and there haven't
we're not
been
even finding
any, really.
bodies, which is the
Oh.
disturbing thing.
No,
we
haven't found any more protein. I mean, bodies.
Swear
we
to God, if you
found-
say protein again.
Sorry,
We
we
did
found
find one
2.
body.
No, we
Two.
found 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have
Two.
Do you mean Eugene?
No, I mean the guy in the ice pod.
Okay, he is also still
Cryopod.
alive, so that is a little bit rude.
Well, yeah, but he's unconscious.
So
He's
that
alive.
just makes him a body. Oh dear.
When you're
I worry
inside,
about when we go
No.
to sleep now.
No,
Yeah.
no.
When you're in your pod, you're not dead.
No, but you say that with living people as well. How many bodies do we have? It's not the literal translation
No,
of
no,
that.
we don't.
No, we don't.
We don't say that.
Well,
at
I
all.
say that all the time. I'm very hip and down with the. Isn't that right, Eugene? I'm very up to date with all the young people speak.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you've been homeschooled. Never mind. It's okay, Eugene. That's okay. That's my fault. That's okay. All right, it's my fault.
So you
I
come to the
apologize.
end of Hab 3, and the next
Okay.
labs say meteorology and radiography.
Oh,
on
this
the
is where
door.
your mum works. Maybe we'll find something nice for you to draw on.
Yeah, this is Mum's lab. It's deeper. There's more water in here.
So you've been in here?
Yeah, I came looking for my mum when
Okay.
everything got weird, but she wasn't here.
They've all
wasn't
gone
here.
below the
Okay.
sea. Okay.
Oh, that's
what I meant.
that's possibly for the best. And you say this is deeper. Is it? And I'll kind of gesture on myself. Is it up to my waist? Is it up to my boobies?
It's up to my waist, so
Wait,
So
no,
my
no.
knees.
but he's 8.
Baz, I think Baz, what he means is there's water in here, and there wasn't water in here when I last came in. I don't think. He
No, it's
means-
deeper in here than it was
that's
in
not
there.
what he means. He means it's got water in it.
This is the one with the broken window, so
Wait.
some of the seas got in.
Wait. Oh, I thought you meant like you'd been in here. This is now Nye being stupid. I thought you meant you'd been in here before all the bad stuff happened, and there was
No.
water in here. I was about to say, what a weird lab to have water voluntarily just
wet
flowing
lab.
in and out. It would be,
And
yeah.
And there's not
it'd be a
supposed
very
to be
wet
water
lab.
in here. It's
No.
No,
It's a
that
weather
that was
lab.
Doctor. It's been a long day for Dr. Somber. He's a bit confused
I'm
sometimes.
loving the 8-year-old explaining to the scientist, no, the water's meant to be on the outside of the building.
Oh, I got confused. I was about to say, like, why are we questioning this? Of
I
course,
know
water's
it's a
not meant to be
weather
in here.
lab, but the weather is still meant to be on the outside.
I know. I got confused. So the water has risen. Okay, that's
Dr. Somber is not
be
having a
expected.
good day. Let's
No,
all
I'm
just
not.
Be gentle
none of
with
us
his
are.
squishy mind.
none of us are having a good day. Okay,
It's,
well we'll
very
just go
true.
through because I'll
put Eugene
Shit.
up on my shoulders.
is
piggy-
can I do like a quick? Would it be
Piggyback.
Comtech? Because I want to
Yeah.
check if a storm's inbound.
when you get in there, yeah. So you go
Oh,
into the meteorology lab, And there's a lot more screens in here. This is a lot more of a sort of
Uh-huh.
computer digital lab. So
Hmm.
you've got meteorology at the near end and radiography, sorry, not radiology, at the far end.
You're not
Very,
that
very different schools of fish.
fish.
So you're going into meteorology first. It's about knee deep in water, as near as you can tell. There is some sparking electrical equipment
Oh,
at
I might
about waist level.
try and deal with that. Can I turn it
No,
off?
you want to have a go at the computers.
Yeah, I want to make sure I don't get electrocuted first.
I also want
Yeah,
to make
that's
sure
actually
he
a
doesn't
pretty
get
big
electrocuted first.
Yeah, so Baz can go first with with removing the electricity, and then I'll check the computers to see if there's any meteorological data we need to be concerned with.
Okay, Baz, can you make a have you got Comtech?
I have a little bit of contact.
So a bit of a Comtech roll for you to like check out the wiring and make sure everything's properly grounded.
I'm going to re-roll that because I really don't want to get electrocuted.
Well, it's not going to be you; it's going to be me.
I don't want you to get electrocuted either.
I don't want any of us to get electrocuted. We are a family after all.
There you go.
I've
You
discovered
managed
something
to sort out the
terrifying.
wiring, but
and the xenomorph jumps out of the hard drive.
some of the wires remind you of that tentacle that you saw back in the marine biology lab.
With the pokey end.
Yeah,
Oh, that
and
wasn't
it
good.
kind of puts you off a little bit, but you sort of choke it down and you put it behind you.
I've never had wires freak me out before. This is not a good feeling.
No, it's one of those big conduit wires, though, and it
Oh,
looked a
that
bit
kind
like
of
the
dangles
tentacle.
and moves with a life of its own,
Yeah.
much like my accent.
Sparking. Yes. No, your accent's good. I like it.
So, go ahead and make a Comtech roll for.
Yes, because I want to check that we're not
Dr.
going to. Oh, by the way,
Samba.
there's a tsunami coming, and it's like, oh, great.
Can you stop
great,
reading my
coming.
notes?
Oh,
I doubled
sugar.
up.
Of course it would be.
Didn't you?
Yay.
Yes. So you fire up the computers and you start looking at what the weather satellites are showing, because there's a lot of satellites in orbit around the planet, feeding lots of telemetry back down to the surface. And yeah, the first thing that occurs to you is, holy shit, there's a typhoon coming.
Oh, well, that's what the stress comes from.
And that's
me
where the stress
realizing,
comes in,
yeah.
because you're now on a much more crippling
So
deadline.
should I make a panic roll?
You absolutely should make a panic roll.
Yay!
Yep, that's to be expected. Yeah, I'll.
I mean,
So is
in
my
fairness,
minus? Yeah, it's my -2 for agility gone from my
so
shaking.
you drop something
Oh,
that you're carrying, something important to you.
well, I'll probably drop the picture of Jules then, which is my only.
So you drop your signature item into the
Oh.
water,
No.
Oh no!
fuck.
Oh no.
and
so
that just
wet.
freaks you out. It's like you don't know where she is, you don't know what's happened to her. This is the girl that you've quite recently got into a relationship with, and oh god, now you've just lost the last memento that you've got of her potentially.
Oh. Yeah.
You just fall apart. There's a storm coming. It's a big typhoon. You're looking at 300-meter waves, storm clouds. You won't be able to sail in it.
Says you.
With the butcher and the
And now you've lost your girlfriend under the water.
Doc, what's up?
Guys, I think I need to have a sit down. I think I'm
Not here.
In
it's
the
where?
water. Pull yourself together, young man.
There's a fucking typhoon coming. I'm sorry, Eugene, I've just sworn in front of you, but there's a fucking typhoon coming. And
As
Jules
pulls
is
a
lost,
stool up
and
out
there's
of
a
the water, it's
monster.
still wet, but you can sit on it.
Fuck. I
But there's
said
a typhoon inbound.
yes, there's
How
a typhoon
big?
coming. Big enough that the waves are not going to be pilotable by the greatest pilot in existence. I'm talking about you, Miller. I don't even think you could like take these waves head on. So we have a time limit now, and I'm freaking the fuck out.
Well, how long until it
Oh,
hits?
that just means we should hurry it the fuck up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Mallory, I mean, I agree, but we don't know what the state the data is going to be in. We don't know how we're going to get it. How long do we have?
We'll
voice in my
figure that
head.
out when we get there.
Near as you can tell, you've got a couple of hours.
A couple of
Perfect.
hours.
I mean, if
give
you
or
can get
take.
in and out and get the data in the next hour, everything should be fine.
Yay.
Excellent. See, you're
How-
worrying for nothing.
How long has it been so far? How long has it
Oh.
been so far?
You've been in here for about 3 hours now.
Yeah. And it's not. Yeah, we should have checked the data before, but we didn't. And that's my fault. I should have checked to make sure there wasn't a tropical fucking storm.
You're so
coming.
hard on yourself. Who would expect a storm in an ocean world?
Thank you, Baz. As always, my rock in this time of crisis.
Baz, do you think we only tied it up with a basic rope that was there? Is the
we escape the xenomorphs, get to the end, and
There's
the
no
little
boat.
boat is floating away. No.
Well, I think I did a pretty good knot. I
Yeah, you
think
did
we'll
a
be
Boy
all right.
Scout knot.
Okay, I don't know if we should do
Could
that.
everybody
That's
please
well.
make me another panic roll as
Yes.
a noise,
Wait. Oh,
a
no.
jarring, repetitive grinding noise breaks out. Oh,
Oh.
my
Oh,
word!
sugar.
No, I mean Barrett is justified.
I'm gonna use my
Well,
reroll.
you know what?
Lock
you
and
know what?
load.
You know what?
Fine.
If I have been generous, I'm gonna re-roll that.
That's true. Oh my
Oh,
god! How? What is the
Every-
statistical chance of
You know
that?
what? You know what? Let's try again. Come on, it can't get worse. There we
It's
go.
No, it
true.
can't. But like, think
It
about
literally
that.
cannot get worse.
What are the
So, you know.
chances?
What are the
Okay.
chances?
Oh dear, poor Nicole.
Chances I could give you a number, but it's not very good.
So
No,
Baz
I
is
don't think
fine.
it would be.
Baz, you recognise the sound of a printer coming on over in the radiography,
It's sort
Lab.
of chattering.
like a dot matrix printer.
Oh,
For
those
all of you
horrible
kids who
things,
don't
yeah.
remember what they sound like, they were kind of freaky because they were loud and they growled and roared like an angry fax machine.
That's not going to
Mallory,
help the
Okay,
kids at home,
fax.
is
Yeah,
it?
fax machine. You might have to
Yeah.
explain that.
Mallory,
Yeah.
it gives you the jitters a little bit. Like, just another thing. They just talked about the boat being lost, and now there's this beeping, grindy noise coming from the other side of the lab, and you're like, Caleb, you keep it together just barely. Where's old Dr. Somber? Dr.
I got
Somber
a
keeps
6.
it together. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Well,
Dr.
I just
Somber's had
had
enough stress right now.
Oh.
He
thanks.
knows what a printer sounds like. He's all right.
I'm just sitting with my head in my hands.
Yeah, thanks,
like,
Safino.
oh.
Kids, a dot matrix printer is a lot like a fax machine.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
I get it. They don't know what that sounds like either.
It's a lot like a telegram.
Or telex. Actually, it's more like a telex, I would say.
Getting
Think of
worse.
MySpace, and that
Google
kind of
that,
helps.
kid.
It sounds like a MySpace. Like shit emo music and like random flashy star patterns.
Oh, it's like it sounds like a Michael Bay film.
Fuck.
Yes, there. Thank you. It sounds like a Michael Bay film.
There we go. Yeah.
See, the
It's
fun
like,
thing is I
right.
actually
Wall-E
work with
falling
a
down
fax
a well.
machine.
Nicole, you
Oh
dropped.
just
no, that made me
sad
sad. That made Eugene probably goes, "Oh, I love that movie."
Nicole, the printer kicks off, and as you spin around, you lose
Oh,
your
God.
grip on the rifle and drop it into
No!
the water.
Oh no!
I'm going to take a point of
Actually
stress
get that.
there, I think. I think at that point we all panic.
I think
Well-
somebody's
Right.
just shared a link to a dot matrix printer onto our Discord in case anybody's
Aw,
not
thank
sure.
you. I also like the idea of it's like it's somehow the gun goes off. It's like how it's underwater. It's like oh no, this plant's
Well, that's the good thing
Crazy
about the guns here. They are waterproof. So it's not going to be compromised by being
Fortunately,
underwater.
Just as
The
well.
problem is you've dropped it and it's underwater and now you've got to find it again. But yes, a printer has come on the far side of the lab and is printing something. Just
I'll-
suddenly, as you've gone in there and fired up the computers.
I'll go over and have a look since
I'll go with him. I'll go with him.
Can
I'd like to
join
read
in the
it
search for the gun?
first.
Yes,
no,
absolutely.
oh my god.
Two of you
Mallory.
just wrestling for the
Oh,
gun
oh,
now.
I'll help you. I'll help you pick it up. Oh, I'll hold on to it for you just for safekeeping.
Shit. I tremble, but I find it.
You do find it. You're like, I've got it. It's here.
I got it.
So you're wet to the neck now because you had to sort of reach around in the water.
I just read on Panic as well. Mallory's 7. Everyone in short range increases stress by 1.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mallory.
Yay! I'm
Well,
back
I'll
to
fix me,
square
so-
one. That
Okay.
break was great.
Families share with each other.
Yep. So the
Look at
family is
me,
sharing an
sharing
extra
stress.
stress point. courtesy of
Sharing is
Mallory.
caring.
Oh, good.
But
Thanks,
you
Mallory.
do
Skating
find the
is
pulse
caring.
rifle in the
Yeah.
water.
Excellent. Sharing is scaring.
That is
You're
a good
sort of swearing and cursing and rooting around underwater to try and find this damn gun because you know it's probably the thing that's keeping you alive right now.
Absolutely.
And
So
you
as
find
soon
it
as I-
and you pull it out. Barrett, she's found your gun.
I pull it out and you can
Oh,
see
right.
on my
I'm
face.
missing my gun.
You can see on my face that I'm contemplating like I'm looking at it like Schmeagol does at the very end of Lord of the Rings episode 3. Do I hand this over now or but then ultimately she decides to give it to
It's
Barrett.
like the evil version of that Ripley moment. No. You said you were going to show me how it works. Show me how it works.
Exactly.
I like the idea that you would take out like a small like napkin or like hands, like that kind
Wipe
of
it
like
down.
posh. Yeah. But you take out and it's soggy and you just go, here's the gun. I wiped it down for you.
So over on
Come
the
back
printer,
Yes.
Dr. Somber.
all
Is it a
work and
happy
no
printer?
play makes Johnny a sad boy.
That's Eugene. Just turning.
The first sort of page of it is just an SOS. It literally is SOS, SOS,
Oh,
SOS,
okay.
SOS, SOS,
Fuck.
SOS.
Drums.
Then there's a
in the
gap
Jeep.
of about half a dozen lines. And it says, rescue party on Science Station 3.
Oh, that's us. Hello.
Please come and get us.
Wait, how do they know we're here?
Did you
Dr.
just fire
Somber.
up the computers?
Oh.
Monitor.
Oh, yeah.
Prof.
Maybe it
Yeah.
I think they might be the ones in the tent. Can we tell where this message has come from?
The follow-up message that comes with
Yes.
it says, underwater research lab, aka tent,
Oh dear.
3 survivors. Please send aid.
Okay, 3.
Do they give
plus the
names?
2 is
Can we reply?
5. So it's a printer.
That
Well,
sounds like
it's one
not
way.
our problem.
Is there a typewriter?
Baz.
I thought it was like a telex and we could write
No,
back.
Can I
Baz,
remind
it's a one-
you?
Or maybe like a
Can I remind
fax.
you? Typhoon.
Oh,
Yes,
also
I know there's a typhoon. I'm reading an SOS.
Mallory,
Yes.
we have a
Oh.
company question for you.
Yes.
There are 3 survivors. Hypothetically,
No.
if there were 3 survivors, but they were
I just love
underwater.
Mallory's no.
what would their
There are 3. No.
their worth have to be before we would rescue them?
Give me their names.
Is
They
there,
tell
haven't.
you.
They
I'm
haven't
just gonna,
sent
Dr.
their
Somber, is there
names.
any way we can reply? There's
No.
got to be some way to
There
contact
is still a
the
continuous
tent.
message
Yeah,
coming
I mean,
through.
there's-
Eugene.
I mean, no.
do you
Well,
know
the
how
Tell
kids
to
can
telepathic.
channel what?
I've
What do
sent
we say
messages
here?
to people before? Is there a way to talk to the people in the tent from here?
Yeah, is there a comms? There has to be like some kind of.
He's 8. I'm not
comms
just going to say
thing.
comms.
The
You
next
might not know
message.
the
This
word.
is Dr. Lucinda Shot. 3 of us are stuck down here.
We've got Mrs. Dr. Shot. Is
I
she
am
worth
9
it?
months pregnant.
Oh, we don't
Please
care about
come and
that.
Shit.
get us.
Okay, well, Mallory, we
You know-
can't. Mallory, look at
You-
what
you
is
know
on this
what?
piece of paper. We can't, in good conscience.
Ah,
I know,
Christ,
and I know you
Christ.
don't have that anymore. But could you pretend?
Hey! Look.
You're
You
suggesting that
really-
she ever did. Come on now. Be nice.
Oh, she had to sell
Look-
something to the devil contract. Of,
Can I
of
offer a
Weyland-Yutani.
counter argument? Can I offer
No!
a counter argument?
Yeah,
This
yes,
is
what's that
typhoon.
counter argument?
There's a
I
I
typhoon.
know,
Look, guys. There's
I'm
5 of
gonna
us.
go
We don't all
towards.
Right.
need to get the
I'm
data.
going to start walking towards the data center now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm following
And you can
fucking
come
Barrett.
or you can stay.
Okay.
Exactly.
But
Look,
I'm
Okay.
going there.
so you can get the
Also,
data. Baz,
You have
you're
said
going
a
to need
lot
there
of
for
hurtful things
recovery.
about me.
Oh,
and
yes,
I'm willing
I
to
need to go
Right,
Get
well-
them.
with the
Let me
lady
get
with
off
the gun.
planet.
And me and the
He-
doc can go down and get the other survivors
But-
down there while you
But
three get the
Hiller,
data.
what are we meant to do? With you?
No,
Fine.
no, that's
Yeah,
not
you
The
happening.
go
next
down and get
message
the
comes
survivors.
through on the printer. Dr. Hargreaves is with
Great.
me.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Fuck you, Ben. Okay,
Mr.
Eugene,
Terrence
go.
will not let us send audio.
Oh,
Right,
Dr.
Eugene-
Terrence.
Eugene,
Not
go
doctor,
with
Mr..
Baz.
Oh,
Go
just
with
Mr.
Uncle.
Terrence.
Go with Uncle Baz. Right, Hiller, you and I are gonna have to go down
What?
to the tent.
No, I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Yeah,
Eugene,
yeah.
how do you
Okay,
go to
I'll take
Baz?
Eugene. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to take
No.
Eugene. Okay,
He can't come diving with us. He's not
he
rated.
can't. Yes,
I
he's
know
not. We'll go
that,
down.
But none of you know how to work the power loader, so
Well, you need to take the data, and apparently the data is more important. So just go, all right? Helen and I have got this.
I'm not happy.
I know you're not happy. I'm not particularly happy.
We'll let you have a go on the
but-
power loader when we get back.
If you die,
Yeah,
I'm going to be
that's why he's-
very, very upset.
That's why Baz is unhappy. They're gonna play with the fucking power loader while I don't. Anyway, yes, of course. All right, I'm gonna.
No
be fine.
dying, okay?
Okay.
All right?
Says that to me,
Seriously.
not Hiller.
No dying. Oh,
Look-
Hiller, no
look at it this way.
dying.
Everyone up here, lots of blood and claw marks. Down there, people are alive. It's probably safer down there.
Exactly. Even though
Well,
we
that's what
know,
you
even
think.
though
It could
Barrett
just
said
be a-
that the thing went underwater.
A giant sea
How-
cucumber typing out messages. You've got no
Counter
idea what's down
argument.
there.
Counter argument. How do we go away from this thing after we're down there and our ship has been destroyed by a typhoon?
We'll outsurf. the
Will
typhoon.
it'll be quicker. Look, we're gonna
Look.
head off.
I like
Oh, God. Bye.
Let's all huddle. Family huddle, real quick, before you go
No,
anywhere.
because the family wants to abandon someone else's family right now. Someone who's about to become the prospective inhabitant of a family down
Dr.
there.
Somber, please let me finish. I don't want to let them die down there. That's not what I'm saying. You've colored me in some sort of dark gray light where really I'm on the same exact level as you are, maybe a little bit higher in the pay scale. But aside from that, we're all in this together, right? So I don't want them to die. There's people down there I care about too, or one person, but we don't have to get into that right now. I do not want any of those people down there to die, but we have to think about ourselves. We have to think about our own chances of survival. There are things out there. There's a typhoon coming.
There is, and
We
that's
have
why we
get
need
the
to be
shit out of
quick.
Dodge.
There's not going to be enough time to get the data and save the people.
Well,
Exactly.
You haven't
So
made a
we get the
contact
data
roll
and we
yet, have
come
you?
back for the people.
For what?
For the computers.
there is an argument that if
If
they're
they have
underwater-
survived this long,
they're
if they have
safe.
survived this long, they will
Wait.
survive the little time it takes us to get back.
I'm confused,
the
Ben.
station.
To receive the weather data or to
Well, you got the
receive
weather data.
Right.
Just sort of turning it on and having a look. Do you
I
want to
have
make
not-
another contact check now
I-
that you've moved over to the radiography section?
Yeah, I can do. Oh fuck! I'll do. Oh Jesus! Fuck it. Okay, fine. I'll fail. I know. This is where I'll.
From an engineering point of view, I
Oh,
would
no.
say that something on the bottom of the sea would be safe from a typhoon. I would have thought.
Depends.
Exactly.
Yeah, like a sunken
Depends
ship.
how bad the typhoon is.
So
Dr.
maybe
and how
Somber.
deep the water is.
No, they
Yes.
should be okay.
Now that you are able to access some of the computational data, not all of it because you're not in
Of
the core,
course.
but you
Exactly.
can see that in the module, in the tidal baffle below the computer core, there is a heat bloom in the heat exchangers underneath water purification in the computer core carriage section.
Oh, fudge socks.
That is commensurate with people.
Yeah. Okay.
What's up, Doc?
So, well, I found them. I found where they are. because I found their heat
Goodness.
signatures. Well, heat.
Okay, so they're
Their
alive.
heat.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
good
Well,
job.
yeah.
All right, then.
Well, yeah.
Well,
So
let's crack on then.
okay, yeah. I mean, that's right. Okay.
I don't
So
know why they
that
wouldn't
would
have-
presumably be where the data is stored, or is the data stored
No,
somewhere
a heat
else?
bloom would indicate that there are more likely to be either some kind of malfunction or
I figured.
biological matter.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Right. That's
people.
fine.
All right.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
all right.
Okay. Fine.
And how many
fine.
successes did you get? You got 2 successes.
Two
So-
successes,
So
and
yes,
I got a
with
stress.
that, you can also see that there are. Hang on, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
Hang on, that's too many.
distinct heat blooms.
Well, that'll be where that's where my panic roll comes in, I presume, because I did get a little face crab.
Let's
face
do
crab.
the math and go, that's too many.
Oh, it's a 10. Oh,
a 10.
It's a 10.
10's a new one. We haven't had a 10 in this game.
Yeah.
You
Ooh.
freeze. You just completely paralyze.
10.
Your stress level and everyone else in the rooms just
Oh,
goes up by
crap.
1. You're looking at a computer. And you're like, oh, hey, look, there's a computer. Cool.
The last
checking
time
it
you saw
out.
something that freaked us out.
Doc.
wasn't
And you just
Doc.
kind of paralyze,
Doc, are you
glazed
okay?
eyed, looking at the screen.
I like to think the hands are poised on the keyboard as well.
It occurs to you that if there are 10 heat blooms, those are all indicative of biosigns.
It's also too many.
Duck.
It's exactly enough.
Duck,
Okay.
what's
It
your-
would account for every missing person.
That also ticks another thing off my
Okay.
to-do list with the Chimera. Tick.
If
Is
they
it
have been
capable
down
of-
there, if they
is it
have been
capable of
down there for this
reproduction?
long, they're gonna be safe for a little longer. We need to move, or we're
I
going to die
agree.
here, and nobody will help.
Well, they wouldn't send an
Barrett.
SOS if they were doing fine.
No, but that's the people down in the tent. These are people who are still on the train.
The tent will
They are not
survive.
people. Do the maths. If there's 10, and
Yeah.
we know we're
Plus 3
five,
downstairs. and
plus the
Oh.
2 we
dead
know of,
bodies,
that's a
and
lot
then
more than
Eugene.
10. That's no. Like, wait, did the
Y-
10 include
are
us
10.
then?
Oh.
Oh, does
No.
that include us?
See, Mallory,
no.
you've got the crew manifest. All everybody
There's-
else is going
there's
on is
12.
what they were told by
Just
Fiona.
12.
Oh,
Fiona
fuck
said
me.
there was a dozen people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
okay.
we were being bullshit. All right. Okay.
Ah!
But
I-
Fiona
okay,
wasn't
that's-
being particularly accurate. You have an accurate crew manifest, so you
Yeah,
know the
okay.
exact
There's
number
20,
of people.
isn't there?
There's not 20.
Valerie,
Because that. Well,
How
there's
many
15 total.
There's
that's the
10
case.
plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So do
So-
the math yourself.
16.
16.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not
16.
that.
This is exactly enough heat signatures to convince me that the rest of the crew are in that other room. That's not a good thing, though. That's not a good thing.
And
Question
below
for-
the engineering levels of the tidal baffles. So the tidal
uh,
baffles, Baz, you might know this as well because you looked at some of the engineering
Oh, this is
specs
fascinating. I love this
for
place.
it.
This train
So
is
you've got the
amazing.
modules that float on the surface of the ocean. And then below the water level, you've got these like long, deep, fat fan-like structures, but they're enormous. They're huge, great big, thick things that have got like crap tons of mechanical bits in there.
I love
You've
it.
got engineering and mechanical sections. You've got all your sort of water transfer, your energy transfer stuff down there. Then you've got water purification below that they're using to turn seawater into fresh water. Little desalination plant in each separate carriage, all flowing together to generate fresh water for the use of the crew. You've got heat exchangers down there as well, providing energy for the crew as the tidal baffles move back and forth. They build up kinetic energy, which generates heat, which is exchanged for electrical power. And then right down at the bottom, you've got ballast tanks. Now, obviously, the heat exchangers get quite warm.
That is their job.
And it looks like between the heat exchangers and the ballast tanks, what Dr. Somber's found are these 10 individual person-sized heat signatures.
Yeah. And that's the strange thing because they're not like huddled together like the other ones, are they? They're like
Well, they
separate.
are all in. They're in the same section.
Oh right,
they're-
okay.
They're
I
sort of
can't.
clustered in little bundles of about 4 or 5 people. There's no sort of
Why would they be down there? That's a strange
regular
place.
pattern
Maybe
to
they're
it.
hiding. I think that might be it. This whole thing is
Like-
just a mechanical marvel. I do love this train. It is
Baz.
absolutely extraordinary. What?
As
What?
protein.
I fucking warned you.
Yeah. That was before all this bullshit. Okay, I apologize
sorry.
again, Eugene.
What do you
I
say?
do have. Sorry, go ahead.
So you're suggesting that in the hot, warm place with lots of fresh water, that the thing,
What are the
has
3 components
collected
life needs?
the tasty snacks of science. Is that what you're saying?
Nice warm temperatures, fresh water, and food. That's all it needs to get kickstarted. That'd be the best place.
What I'm hearing is that we don't need to rescue them and we can just go get the data.
Yeah,
I would,
that's what I'm hearing too.
Okay, good.
the
Let's go.
3 would be a
Yeah.
separate issue, which we're gonna go save them.
Ah,
I'll go
Yeah,
alone.
we'll save them. Look, we will go back.
We don't
and
have
see,
the time.
or
We've
we'll get
wasted so
somebody
much
else
time. The
to do
typhoon
so.
is coming.
We are
The
just
computer
next
core.
to the core.
Now.
We are just there. Can we just go and get the damn core?
Yeah,
and then we can go rescue
You're
your
gonna
people.
abandon them
Thank
regardless.
you.
So we
No,
might as well
we're
cut the
not.
middleman.
We're
Oh my
not-
God, I'm
we
walking
have to
back.
go back.
Yeah, I'm going with Hiller.
I'm going with him.
Bloody-
I'm going with him.
Eugene, Eugene is with Baz. We're not taking Eugene with us. Eugene is with Baz.
I am going with them. I am going with
Oh, for
Hiller
fuck- oh,
and
Eugene
Dr.
is with-
Somber.
Eugene is with Barrett.
Are you kidding me? Are we are one door away from the computer core. This is the entire reason we came here.
You
and you're
don't
just
need
walking
us.
away.
Go get it. Go get it and abandon us
Let's-
like you're gonna do.
I'm
Go
not
do
going
your
to
thing.
abandon my family.
Go do your thing. Try not to get killed.
Thank you, Barrett.
Right, come on.
Stay here.
Let's go.
Water's soaked right into
On
the
which note, I think we shall wrap up
Yep,
this
that's
evening's
absolutely
session,
fine. Yeah.
because that seems like an opportune moment to do it with the 2 little teams going in their separate directions,
All going to die.
splitting the team in Alien. It's important.
It's foundational.
Well, you know, I'm always on the right team. So that's easy for me.
There we go.
Clearly. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming along and joining us this evening. Thank you for all the re-rolls. It's been really, really handy for keeping my players relatively sane and alive. We're starting to get some good numbers on our panic scores.
Yes, that's building up
I'm up to
Lovely to see.
7.
I'm only on
Oh.
4.
The
I'm at
plot
7.
thickens as the survivors and the deceased members of Science Station 3 are beginning to be revealed. Join us next week for session 3 of 4.
Yeah.
A typhoon is on the way. The crew are somewhere below the station in the sea, down where it's hot and where it's warm. Our team is splitting up to go in 2 separate directions to do 2 different jobs. What will happen next week on Aliens, What Lies Beneath? Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Done.
Thank you and good night.